I've got a new World Conquest build for you guys to try, and I'm going to briefly explain the idea. The original goal for this run was just to stack warscore cost to the highest possible amount we could find, but then it turned out to be so strong that I looked at kind of a World Conquest. And so for the build, we're going to start as Austria and play in the release as Passau. The reason being is because they have some warscore costs in their country bonuses, but they're also a tier 1 nation, being a county, that will allow us to take land from kingdoms for negative 20% warscore. But again, they also have the Dreams of Unification. So they're essentially just a county that has warscore cost. From there, we're going to form into Navarre, which also has warscore cost. And then we're going to head all the way down to Delhi. We're going to have to swap Sunni first, but then we're going to form Delhi. And then we're going to swap back to Lutheran. And that should give us some insane warscore cost and hopefully put us in a pretty good spot for World Conquest. But before we jump in, if you guys enjoy this, consider subscribing. This video took a long time to put together, and I am experimenting with longer form content. You guys really seem to enjoy the last one. So do let me know in the comments if you guys like this sort of length or if it's just too overwhelming for you. Anyhow, let's get into the gameplay. So we're jumping into Austria. Let's grab regulated export. We're going to pick up diplomatic traditions and hold off for plutocratic ethos, which of course unlocks in 1342. Pick up common militias. Our states won't matter too much because we're playing the plain release. And we can play and release as either one of these two nations here. You can see if we go to the world map, they both have the warscore costs we're looking for with Dreams of Unification. And they're also both counties, or I guess bishoprics in this case, but essentially a tier 1 nation. One thing to consider here is that they have the right culture, so it's easy to play and release in this fashion. Because if I give them land, they're going to get the cores immediately for the plain release purposes. Let's travel Lower Bavaria, keep our setting research, want to pick up the institution growth, diplomatic capacity. I'm not sure if we share the research that we already picked up when playing release, but that might be the case. We go to diplomatic endeavors. I'm trying to avoid subjects at the moment because for the playing release purposes, we want to make sure we have all the land directly so we can give it away. I'm going to agree to bit and delete all the forts. Probably improve with Bohemia. Otherwise, I'm going to improve with other neighbors as well. I'm going to take a lot of land in the first war. At least that's the plan. Up our taxes, max cost of core, and turn off everything else. Can extend some RGOs just to start off with. And we can also build a sergeantry. We're just going to be hanging out until our first parliament. We want to pass our legislative efficiency laws to lower our antagonism. But in the meantime, we can try to improve with a few neighbors, like Tyrol. There's an event where you can actually get Tyrol for free. I'm just not exactly sure how to trigger it. I'll grab urban development grants and treasure rights. Again, I'm not planning to stay as this nation in long term, so I'm not that worried about setting up all my estates perfectly. But I can grab a few things. I got our first parliament. For this parliament, it's just going to be about getting law changes through. First, I'll change my administration system to autonomous councils for the legislative efficiency, so we're able to get a second law change through. If you can't do this in the first parliament, it's fine. You could just do it in the second. But we're going to go ahead and change royal court customs to balanced court. Just kind of second that antagonism reduction before we end up going to our first major war, which is going to be against Upper Bavaria. We're trying to also improve with people around Upper Bavaria because we're going to get a lot of antagonism. But the plan is to fail this parliament, and then in the next parliament, we'll get a claim on Upper Bavaria. I do make quite a bit of money to start, so we'll a couple roads. So for the Age of Renaissance, we're going to be picking the diplomatic focus for the warscore costs. Again, that's one of the main objectives of the campaign, to stack our warscore costs to the max. We can also grab plutocratic ethos now. Just go ahead and ally to Bohemia. I could go ahead and curry favors with Bohemia. We'll start queuing up our warscore costs here. I'm going to call our second parliament, and this one is going to be about getting a claim. We don't have any nobility agenda, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll see if we can get something through. We're able to fabricate a claim, and we're going to fabricate against Upper Bavaria. This war looks a little bit hard, but if we run into any actual issues, we can just call in Bohemia. Right now, we only have a couple of favors, but not really too worried about it. So I'm just going to raise all the levies. I'm going to turn on my automation for trade, place general, or place admiral. Make sure we balance. We just got to force feed to make sure we don't run in there. We just want to go for small battles, just get easy kills. You know, Denmark has a lot of guys, though, so the goal is to eliminate his troops before Denmark gets here, at least in some sort of way. So he has 8,000 guys down there. We're just going to head down there. And meanwhile, we're occurring favors. What I should also try to do is improve relations a bit more with the neighbors. Seems as though Bohemia is just willing to help, and I'm perfectly happy to just call him in. Although I didn't really need his help, I will definitely take it. A big battle up here that I didn't reinforce an accident, but I meant to. Actually, also have a pretty major battle there. Got a little bit reckless because we called in Bohemia. Now, we intentionally wanted to delay this for a bit because we want the church to pass the antagonism bowl. Right now, they don't quite have it, but it would be nice to get less antagonism. Denmark is a unusual alliance here. At least I haven't seen it before. So it makes the war a little bit harder than it normally would be. Looks like the Black Death is already here. Kind of surprised, but let's segregate the infected. Time just flies when you're having fun, right? We just noticed that someone passed the bowl for the church, so that's really good news for us. Worst case, we're almost to 50 influence ourselves, and we could have done it. But I'd rather not. So I'm happy to take that RNG. Usually the AI will just pass it for you. And I got some good luck here. Our cause is just. I like that. So it's not going to be much antagonism at all to take the land here. So I'm going to go and separate peace these guys up here, as they are potentially the nation I want to play and release as. We're going to get quite a bit of a coalition here. We're going to try to improve with some neighbors. Combine peace with Denmark. And we're just going to go ahead and annex Upper Bavaria. The idea here is that we should be able to get Lower Bavaria for free as a result. So you can see they just become our subject. It is a lot of antagonism to do this, though. So we're just going to take a look at our antagonism mode and see how rough it is. Yeah, we definitely need to be improving relations. I think we'll be okay, though. We got an event that has to do with drafting to the Emperor. And then Bohemia just became the Emperor. We get a government reform here for a little bit better crown power. We only have 2 rivals available at the moment, so I guess we have to rival Hungary, which is very odd. Meanwhile, we're rivaled by an unreasonable amount of guys, but this might just be something weird with the new patch. All this land is already my culture, so it should be really fast to integrate. Again, we don't really want to make subjects because we're trying to play and release. We're just working on improving relations with the coalition. You can see here we get a plus 100% to integration speed because of it being the dominant culture here. An event to build a university, which is great. Just helps our cultural influence. At the end of the day, we're going to be the same culture anyway, so doing anything like that is good. Go ahead and change some more laws now. So our parliament. I'm going to change to by blood for the integration speed. I'm going to grab a lot of court life with the cultural influence. I'm going to grab expansion of zealotry for the belligerent trend. Part of stacking that war score is going to be having max belligerent. We're just going through one at a time, improving with all the coalition members. We're doing a fairly good job. You can see here improving with 13 people. No coalition should fire. Normally it's not as much antagonism, but in this case, Upper Bavaria had already conquered a bit of land, so I had to take a bit extra. I'm just going to build a few more roads here. I think I can also build some bridges. We have a really nice lake over here. Black Death is officially over. 541,000 lost. Just grabbing another parliament, and with another law change, can probably change our distribution of power to favor the ruler. I'm also going to swap over to burgher-controlled mining operations. As far as my laws go, I think that's going to get me locked in, though. Although, I'll have to do it again when we play and release, so I don't even know why I'm really being particular about it right now. Go ahead and start annexing Lower Bavaria now. We're going to pick up the diplo-annexation cost. Hopefully speed this along a little bit for annexing our subject. Give us schism in the Catholic Church. That just means we're going to lose that antagonism. Reduction. We'll go ahead and get ready to go to war with Hungary. I'm going to go ahead and ask for larger leverage just to make this safe. And I'm going to fabricate a claim on Syria. You can see it still looks like a hard war, though, because we'll be fighting Poland, Denmark, Hungary, and Croatia. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Usually Hungary doesn't take land over here, so it's a bit strange, but every game is a bit different, right? That makes the game interesting, of course. Could actually build a little bit of armored horsemen. Not many, though. But we'll queue up what we can. Thinking I better go up here and help Bohemia. There's probably going to be some major battles up here. Just trying to be the most useful as I can to Bohemia. Bit of a battle here. Hopefully, yeah, we're able to win that. No worries. So this one's really not too bad. We have Bohemia to help out. So there was a lot of guys. And Denmark didn't really show up in any big way. Normally there's not a Syria, so this is very odd RNG. I've never seen this. I'm thinking that I want to deal with this issue before we become a new nation via play and release. I don't want to have to fight Hungary in the future. Might not have Bohemia to help me. So the plan here is just annex Styria and then take these guys as well. That way we don't have to fight Hungary for the land that we want. Really, we got some nobles I didn't realize snuck upon me. It's okay, we can call them Bohemia. I also don't really have forts, so make civil war a breeze. We'll grab the proximity cost for Austria. And we'll start paying for stability. I want to grab some institutions here in a little bit. Probably turn off diplo spending for now. And I need to improve relations with a bit more antagonism members. We'll call them. Coalition members is the right word. Could up my diplo spending for a little bit to do that. It's not too bad, though. Sending a little gift here to try to be the emperor, because the emperor happened to die, and I can probably get a majority vote. So sending a couple gifts. I really just want the extra cabinet action. And pick up the Renaissance now. That seems going to be a good call. I'm going to rush for that cabinet seat and universities. Follow some other nice things like the cultural influence, power projection. Diplomacy is pretty nice. Culture capacity. You know, just a lot of nice things over here in the Renaissance, of course. We're going to pick up our diplo reputation in a bit here. I'm going to use this parliament to get some taxes. I'm just improving with some coalition members, trying not to be too aggressive at the moment. Take it slow. Okay, we've annexed the Lower Bavaria. That's good. Just going to go ahead and delete all the forts. Don't need to do that, just being a little bit greedy. I've never seen the church unite this fast. I think this might be bugged, but you know, I guess it is what it is. I won't complain though. I can use my papal bulls sooner again. Could pick up professional armies, it's just so cheap at this point, but I'm however just focused on getting the Renaissance stuff first. Pick up banking as well. A little bit of a stab drop, but probably worth the research speed. I'm not really sure how I got this other subject up here, but I guess I have another subject up here. Right now my main goal is just grabbing my culture land, and it'll actually be the culture of the person I'm going to play and release as. And I've got most of it. I think it's just maybe 1 or 2 more wars. Salzburg and freezing. Surely it's not said freezing, by the way. Or maybe it's just that cold up there. I don't know. Could be. I suppose we can just call Parliament and get a claim. trying to do all the conquests that's important. Salzburg is just my culture land that I want to get over to my play and release nation. Let's just go ahead and jump into that war. Took a bit of a stab hit because we had such good relations, unfortunately, but that's on me for improving relations too much. Looks like the other guy's in the war too, so it's kind of handy. This should be the last war I need to do before we play and release, theoretically. I hate to make any promises. But yeah, we're just running around, quick battles. It's currently winter though, so I can't really do a ton. So I'm just trying to grab my culture land here, you can see. So I'm not going to take everything from Salzburg. Just kind of trying to grab that one culture. That's going to be relevant for the play and release part. That way the war doesn't need to stretch on unnecessarily long. And really, all that land I took from Syria wasn't really necessary because it's also the right culture. But for now, we just need to integrate and get ready to play and release as, which will take a little bit of time. We're going to need to make sure we have enough forts as well. I'm just developing a bit of our land with our money. Again, only the land of our culture matters to us. So the land down here, we don't really have any interest in developing. When I say developing, I mean kind of just building stuff in. I'm not literally using develop province action. I spent a bunch on roads and RGOs. Do have quite a bit of land to integrate still, though. While integrating, probably just going to look to get some money from our estates. It's going to take a bit to integrate. We also have the extra cabinet seat from the Renaissance, though. Looks like I got a new government reform. Extra diplomats, extra legitimacy, and some prestige. Again, it won't really matter because I won't be Austria for too much longer. I'm just looking here. I don't actually need to integrate the land outside of the culture either. I just need to integrate the culture land. Then we can go ahead and play and release. Got extra government reform available. I'm just going to grab Privy Council for the tax efficiency. Otherwise, I was just integrating a bit more of our culture. Got extra cabinet seat available from the Renaissance now, so we can integrate basically all of our culture stuff pretty soon. Just a few years off being able to play and release this. Coming university law. Again, it's not going to matter too much what I pick, as I won't be Austria in about 5 years, give or take. I'm going to go ahead and create a historical subject in Passau. That should work. Create them as a vassal. I'm trying to intentionally make this vassal disloyal now. So I'm just going to start by diverting trade. I just want them to be disloyal so I can fabricate a claim. Just going to go with the disloyal subject CB. Then I'm going to move my capital out of my home area, basically. I want to give the land away to my subject, but this land isn't the right culture anyways, so I don't mind moving it. I just picked a random location that was outside of my main culture. So my capital has moved. Obviously, this is going to hurt my economy in a huge way, but it is what it is. So now my land's all integrated here, at least for that culture. What I'm going to do now is just go to subjects, and I'm going to go ahead and cede provinces. I'm just going to have to cede basically all of the provinces that are of that culture we've been working on for. So just taking a look at the culture map mode, I think I've granted all the provinces to my subject here. So the next step is going to be canceling our subject. So let's go ahead and end our vassal status with Passau. And we're going to immediately go to war with them with this oil subject CB. So go ahead and declare that war. And we'll call in Bohemia. We don't have many levies ourselves, so we kind of are going to rely on Bohemia to do the heavy lifting. And remember, we gave away basically all our good land. I actually forgot to give away this location, which is unfortunate, but it's probably not that big of a deal. But Graz is a nice province that we'll have to get a little bit later. Hindsight, though, I should have given that away as well. So this war is over in a matter of months, really, and I'm just going to go ahead and annex them. The reason I'm doing this is so that when we play and release, all these cores will belong to Passau, which is what we're going to be doing now. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So when we go to create subjects this time, we go to the county of Passau, you can see they get a ton of cores here. So now we're just going to hit play as release subject. But before we actually do that, we probably want to break alliance with Bohemia because that would be quite annoying for us. Might as well try to cripple them a little bit, like, take max loans and spend it on something. I don't know. We'll just queue up all the roads we can or something. I'm going to make sure to send an insult to Bohemia as well. And now I can go ahead and create subject, historical subject, county of Passau. Go ahead and check play as release subject, releases them a vassal. So now we're a new nation. We're a subject nation at the moment, but it's totally okay. Again, the reason we're doing this was because it gives us warscore costs, and we're also a county. Just looking here, you can see the Dreams of Unification gives 5 warscore cost. And being a county gives anywhere from 0 to 30% warscore cost, depending on who we're at war with. But now we just got to work on getting independence and kind of building up our nation, figuring out where we're going to want our capital to be. The game decided our capital is here. Ideally, our capital would actually be somewhere over here at some point. I'm going to go education of the people. And I do need to sort out my estates and that sort of stuff. We'll grab plutocratic ethos. It looks like we have diplo traditions and we're getting local army organization. I don't think I've ever gotten that before. It's so funny. We have only nobilities, leaders, fortification licenses, and land rights. Probably just gonna, grant a few privileges to each estate. Library court life is pretty nice. We only have so much legitimacy, but we want urban development grants, treasure rights, building road rights. We gotta redo our automation as well. Just trade and replace admiral and replace general. We're a county, so we only need one rival. Also subject nation. And for whatever reason, when you do this, sometimes it unlocks meritocracy in the first stage. Like you can see here, we randomly have that unlocked. I'm not sure why that happens, but I guess we can queue up some stuff there. But we do need to build a spy network. with Austria so we can try to get independence CB. I think we just get the research that we had done with Austria anyways, too. So that's not too bad. I believe we also inherit the values. So yeah, we have pretty good land trend. We're going way too conciliatory. We got to try to reverse course on that one. In the short term, we can just encourage belligerent. I just don't want to lose that value, especially when we're trying to stack warscore costs. Can get diplomatic endeavors going. Probably need to move our capital too. Not sure where at the moment. Vienna could work. It's just not the best long-term capital. I guess that's okay. I still think it's better than what we have now. So we'll just move it back to Vienna. I'm going to pick up the belligerent trend here. Just trying to reverse course that. We're still pushing conciliatory even with the cabinet influencing, unfortunately, but we'll get there. I could start a new independence movement targeting Austria. I don't really know what this says. I don't really do it often. They might give me a claim, though. Oh, okay. So I don't need to even fabricate a claim. Although I have a truce. Yeah, I probably don't want to go to that war then yet. Unfortunately, that claim's going to expire. Then maybe I will need to do that. Totally okay, though. So right now we're just working on getting independence. It's going to take a little bit. Probably need to lock in our privileges, too. We need to grab common militias. We're not taxing anybody right now either. No wonder my people are so happy. But we're going to grant a bunch of privileges to the commoners. We don't mind going decentralized either. In fact, we're probably going to be playing a bit decentralized here. I did get a little too many privileges. I'm noticing my legitimacy is quite low. So I'll probably hold off on doing any more privileges for a sec. There was a law change I needed to do, though. I need to change the legal code. I'm going to change cultural traditions to martial society for the belligerent trend. And that should solve the majority of my problems with the belligerent conciliatory trend. That's basically a 20 swing, which will be huge. Let's go check our laws here and see how we're looking. I think I will want to change my censorship to no censorship, just because we want the humanist trend at some point anyways. In fact, we might be able to just do that right now. Yeah, we're going to get another law through. Change our air religion to any. Might be possible to ally Bohemia because we have aided us prior, which is a pretty good relation there. Honestly, my control isn't that bad if I'm looking at it here. Got my bureaucracy law. I'm going to be going with decentralized bureaucracy. I'll be going decentralized and using subjects in a bit here. I, of course, am a subject, so I can't quite do that yet. I'm just waiting a year for my truce with Austria. Next April, we should be able to get independence. I need to finish giving out my burger privileges, though. I'm going to grab market fairs for the prosperity. So I'm just going to go ahead and rally the movement here. Go for that independence. And I need to build a sergeantry just for remembered new capital and all that. I don't have any forts, so it's going to be a little bit annoying here. But we just need to win some battles here. They're just kind of carpet sieging. Not to self-build forts. Future me will have forts, it's fine. This war should be super easy. He would just give me independence right now, but can I get more? Yeah, I think I can, so I might as well greed, right? So I'm going to get my independence, and then I'm going to take a couple things. The emperor died, and it would be really nice to be the new emperor straight away for those extra bonuses. So I'm just going to send some gifts out. I've got 3 votes. I just, just need one more vote, but I don't have a diplomat right now to send a bribe, unfortunately. One of the lecturers that was voting for me died. That's not good. How am I going to vote for now? I kind of wanted to be the emperor before I end the war because I'm going to get a bunch of antagonism. Nothing a little money can't solve, right? I'm not actually sure that it'll be enough. I wanted to be the emperor, but that might be a little bit more difficult. Especially if I end the war now. I'm kind of just like sitting here like, okay, do I wait to end the war maybe? Because I'm going to get antagonism if I end the war, which will make my relations worse. I need a majority, and right now I only have 3. But I guess if I just stall it out for a while, it could work. Austria's guy died and an opportunity arose, and now I'm like, okay. I'm not sure if professing trust really does anything. I could offer military access and food access. Come on, Saxony, just vote for me. What else could I offer them? Not really sure I can do much else. Well, we just stalled the war for a bit. It's all good. Maybe there's a Diplorep parliament. Actually, there is a parliament for Diplorep. I change my mining law here, and might as well. It's like I could lock in all my laws for a bit. It's like that's just how laws are, right? You lock them in, and then you forget about them for the rest of the campaign. I have favor the clergy. Gross. I'm gonna go favor the ruler. Oh, there we go. We should have a majority now. But I wonder if we can't be elected because we're a subject nation. That might be the case. Let's get our independence and let's grab a few things. And hopefully they're not that mad at me and they'll make me the emperor. Only the month tick will decide if we're the emperor or not, right? We are not. I wonder why not. I have 5 votes. Would there be any reason to be ineligible? I don't think so. I mean, I definitely have 50% of the vote. I don't know, guys. Maybe I need all the votes? I don't know. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I can ally Bohemia as well, which is useful. We're definitely in good shape. I have no idea why I can't be the emperor, though. Check our antagonism, too. It's not bad, but it's definitely up there. I think I might need to integrate land, too. Just a little bit. Hussite has appeared. I'm not being voted for anymore. Come on, guys. Don't be like that. Oh, it's because I don't have diplomatic endeavors on anymore, probably. Turn it back on, then. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, they still won't give me the emperorship. Come on, guys. I actually genuinely don't know why I can't be the emperor. Maybe my next leader can. I definitely need to get stronger, though. That's on the agenda. Border friction. Yeah, we're going to have to put a positive spin on it. I think I technically have reconquest against Bohemia, though. But we're going to be friends for now, right? They voted for Bohemia, bro. Why? I don't get that. I wanted to be the emperor, but they ruined my day. I thought it'd be nice to be the emperor for the cabinet seat, but it's not a huge deal. I genuinely don't know why I didn't make it the emperor, though. I forgot to make a market in Vienna. Usually I do that when I play Austria, but I just totally spaced it. So let's do that now. That'll definitely make us a lot more money. And we need to start upgrading our RGOs and stuff like that. We'll just mass expand RGOs. Let's take a look at our antagonism map mode. It's not too bad. We probably want to invade somebody. Start making some subjects. So we'll call Parliament and get a claim. Get a claim on Bamberg. I can even look for a second claim here. Go ahead and kick off the war with Bamberg. Suppose we could call him Bohemia. Actually, scratch that. He's bordered here, so I don't want to risk him taking the land. So let's group our guys up. Really looking forward to the rally point in the next patch. That's going to be sweet. I just saw it today in the patch notes, and I was, yeah, pretty excited for that. I really am optimistic this game's going to be really good here in the near future. Not saying I hate the game now or anything like that, too. It's just the improvements really sound nice quality of life-wise. I still want to try to be the next emperor if possible, so I'm improving relations, though it might be kind of difficult to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and vassalize the Bishopric of Bamberg. Can start improving relations a bit, too. I was thinking about taking this guy as a subject as well, but I figured since I didn't co-belligerate, it would be a little bit more aggressive than I'd like. We'll mass expand RGOs. We're going to do that with our money for a bit here. It's just a lazy way of making money, though. It's not the most efficient. Change our employment system to infrastructure first, then most profitable. I probably need to check my capital. I don't have any capital buildings there because my capital was moved. Get the royal court going. Eventually we'll get the royal garden as well. Just granted out a bunch more privileges here too. Eventually get them all locked in. I just like to grab most privileges. You can see I grab a ton of privileges. That's kind of the way I like to play. That way I can tax people to the max without having any loyalty issues, rebel issues. Oh, this is the Hussite wars, isn't it? Yeah, it must be. I better just raise my levies and actually defend my land here. Bohemia shouldn't be the emperor anymore. But then I'm still not the emperor. I don't really get it. But what do you do? Can't win them all. Start recruiting some armored horses. Seems like the current meta is just armored horses are the way. I got excommunicated? Why? Just because I'm helping the Hussites, man? That's really rude. You made it personal. Now they're not going to vote for me because I'm excommunicated. Yeah, who needs it? I'm having to hold the line here alone. They have professionals. Professionals destroy you. They didn't actually have professionals, but I just made the excuse because I got skill issued. Man, I'm getting cooked here. This is what I was worried about in this war, that I would be a target. Could I just go home? No. I'm the distraction in this war. You really hate to be the distraction in a war, but sometimes you are the distraction. For my EU4 fans, I'm currently Saxony. Can we wipe peace? No, I'm not doing that. Listen, you're gonna lose. We all know it. Ooh, maybe they're not gonna lose. Nah, we're chilling. Bohemia will not let me get bullied forever, right? Bohemia, help! I'm getting bullied. Apparently the Emperor's dead. I need help, Bohemia. They're bullying me, please. Yeah, this isn't good for me. The Pope has mercenaries. I almost said missionaries, which would be fitting for the Pope, but no. The mercenaries. I'm just struggling to hold it together, really, while Bohemia conquers the entirety of the HRE. Bohemia loves this war. He's like, I can conquer everyone for free. Meanwhile, I have to freaking be the distraction. Not a great time for my nation as I get fully sieged, while Bohemia just blobs. Maybe I just try to carpet siege my nation, then try to wipe peace. I don't see any enemies. Well, up there maybe, but I have no forts, so I should be able to reverse carpet siege myself pretty effectively here. But my war exhaustion is pretty high, too. I would take white peace, but I don't want to lose land. Can almost white peace. We're to 0. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to white peace. That was tough, though. I got bullied for a while. But I'm almost the emperor, but I'm not allowed to be the emperor, maybe. Which I still don't know why. But it appears as though I cannot be the emperor. Parliament's up. I could go to another war. I'd be okay with that. We go to war. Oh, I have a truce. I always do this. Like, I want to go to war with this person, and then I actually have a truce with that person. Oh, that truce is only a year, but Parliament will end before then. Tragic. Because of the Hussite wars, I just truce with so many people. I guess we'll just get taxes instead. Seems reasonable. I have claims. Why did I do that? Oh, okay, well, let's go shoot. Following through on threat. Did not realize I'd reconquest CB there. But this war looks free. This is the person I really wanted to subjugate to. It's funny that they're in the war. I'm gonna push humanist for a bit. Like, I do need to do some culture conversion. I actually need to work on pushing that further. It seems like I'm not pushing humanist very well. Looks like I can't subjugate with the CB, which is a little annoying, but what do you do? I'm just going to wipe these secondary targets to not get more antagonism here. In hindsight, though, I kind of wanted to take Regensburg. It's best to just not get extra antagonism. And I'm just going to grab the land I actually connect to here, and money. And then we'll make some subjects down there. 30 are our culture anyways, so integrating them will be super easy. Going to pick up an autocracy. Even though I kind of already have it, I should properly research it. I don't know if it counts for the research speed. Just taking a look at my antagonism. It's really not too bad. But I might as well improve relations with different people. If I'm going to pay for Diplo spending, I might as well use it. I suppose what I should do is force my subjects to my culture. Can finally build armories, which is good. Start getting a standing army going. Why can't I be the emperor? I don't get it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea why I can't be the emperor. I have 4 votes here, which, according to my math, which I've spent a long time calculating here. I have the majority. I mean, I'm no math wizard, but okay, just kidding. I'm a math wizard. You caught me. I definitely need some more universities to help with my cultural influence. I'm just realizing. I don't really have the money for that right now, though. But we're just going to do another easy war here. We'll declare war on Ottingen. All I can tell you for sure is that however I pronounced it isn't the way. But as far as how to pronounce it, no clue. Just going to go with the quick annexation here. And then we're going to release subjects. Kind of aggressive, slightly. But we can just improve relations. Yeah, we're going to create some new subjects, create some fiefdoms. Trying to mix up the fiefdoms and vassals, though. Stages are just about over. I'm just trying to grab a couple of things that I might want. Just, some stuff that I might have missed. But I think I've got most of the stuff I want from the age. I could certainly recruit some more heavy cav as well. Although I don't really need a huge army right now. I need to improve with a bunch of different subjects, too. Get that going. What I want to try with the new patch, I want to let my subjects integrate. And then after they're done, I'm going to make them culture convert. I wouldn't want to make them culture convert earlier because then they would get a penalty to being able to core. I will build a couple more universities, though, and this will help our subjects convert as well because it's all the same culture, of course. Did I get elected? No. Why? They elected this guy. I feel when they'd rather pick that guy than you. Why am I war with Aquilia? Bohemia called me in. Parliament CV, okay. I don't understand why they would even war with these people, though. They're not even bordered to them. They must know something I don't. I'm just trying to build up some universities for our influence a bit. For the moment, our influence is sitting at about 75. I could look to go to more wars, though. I'm kind of just slowly expanding. Our next step is going to be going after Castile, which seems really awkward, to be honest. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that, but I think just building up our nation for a bit makes the most sense. And then we'll kind of figure out the rest later. So for now, we're just going to get some taxes from Parliament. I suppose I should change my education of the masses, just so it's not pushing spiritualists. We do want to be able to culture convert eventually. It's on the agenda, but it's not that important. Oh, I'm in the second Hussite Wars. That's what's happening. I'm going to lose my horses. No. Yeah, I always get to be the one that gets bullied in this war. It's great. I didn't even get a choice. I was just called into the war immediately. I still think they should change that feature. The whole use favors to force against their will to join the war. I'm just going to try to recruit a bunch of heavy cavalry, though. It just seems like I have to be the one that holds the line here in this war. You would think like I was the war target or something with the way that they're behaving. I'm not the war target. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm just trying to get these cav out here so I can stop getting annihilated. We crushed them there, though. The horses are insane. There's make you laugh. What's funny here is these 1,300 guys are way better than these 16k. Like, way more useful. There's a nice, easy battle. This time we have Poland, I guess. They put Hungary and Poland against each other for once. Yeah, easy wins. Horse only is so broken. 8k versus like 1,000. It just makes you laugh. I'm sure it'll get nerfed heavily in the next patch. It's making defending my land a lot easier, though. Inquisition law. I don't like either of these things. Tolerance of heretics, -2. Oh, let's have them in the papal states. Okay, I don't care. I am not that. By peace? No. What do you think you are? I've got horses. But yeah, I actually have to like try in these wars. It sucks. I get like bullied by everybody. I'm just gonna buy peace. I don't want to be here. Oh, Regensburg got free. Good. Bohemia had that land earlier and I was not a fan. These guys are culture converting for me. It's so overpowered. My subjects have finished coring their stuff. I'm gonna make them all culture convert now. Yeah, so I'm just enforcing culture on all my subjects right now. They've all integrated their lands, so now they can culture convert for me. And it seems like in this patch they just instantly do that. Or at least some of them do. I can start annexing Bamberg. I think they'll culture convert in time for me. If not, I can finish the job. They're basically almost done. That next parliament. Probably just going to be another war. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, land focus. Additional taxes on top of it, maybe. I'm always a fan of free money. Question is, who do we want to go to war with? I suppose Württemberg's fine. Oh, I have a truce. I keep getting a bunch of truces in these wars. Yeah, Regensburg is fine. The Hussite wars are kind of trolling me a little bit. Unfortunately, horses aren't exactly siege experts. Although I need more horses. And I could consider improving relations with some more people, too. I think Austria's kind of mad. Salzburg. Almost in the next age, though. That's good. That's where we get the warscore costs from our national ideas, actually. I don't know how we're going to get to forming Navarre. That's going to be difficult, I think. But we'll figure that out. What I'm thinking in this war is we need to stop Bohemia. Kind of just take away all his expansion opportunities. But I guess I don't mind annexing Ulm as well. I can wait for that. Bohemia is probably the biggest threat, though. Even though he's my ally, he's definitely going to be an issue. I'm just going to start with these LPMs, like Ulm and Regensburg. And then, yeah, let's annex Regensburg. Not really the biggest war, just LPMs really is, you know. But hey, a win's a win. I don't really want to make them into subjects either since they're just LPMs. I guess I rival Milan? I'm not really sure. He has land that I could use. Probably want to start keeping some forts too. I need to actually culture convert over here as well if I can. Let's take a look at what our culture conversion looks like. Yeah, it's not bad. I guess we have enough culture influence. Just going through improving relations right now. Our antagonism is doing okay. We could go to another war. I just don't know if that's what I want to do right now. So they could start some more annexations too. I think these guys are the right culture anyways. They're gonna be really short annexations, surely. So I'm just deciding if I want to go to war here. Also, I think there is some integration that needs to be done. Yeah, and more culture conversion that needs to be done here. Not quite fully integrated. But I want to stick with encouraging humanists right now. Really, if I could be the emperor, the extra cabinet seat would be very helpful, but I feel like the game just refuses to let me do that for whatever reason. I wish I knew why too. I'm like, maybe I should reload the save, maybe? I could do that. I don't know if that's like good to do it, but that's the desperate times we're at, right? I just simply don't know. I've reloaded. Surely that'll fix the emperor issue, right? Surely. No doubts. I also want to get more horses. I just want like at least one full stack of horses. We have 21 guys right now. We're getting there. I think that should do it. Oh, it's really cool. I could get some cannons. But I think next age cannons are more worth. They were literally months from that. Not bad for the Age of Renaissance. It's annexing the art of subject tier. We're in the Age of Discovery, and I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I mean, probably it's admin, but we just take a look. I forget what's in the mill focus here. Nothing very good, it seems like. I feel like this age is just underwhelming in general, though. Like, nothing's that good anywhere. But yeah, I guess we'll take admin. It's a little better than the rest. We got one full stack now. But I definitely could go to war. The question is with who? I guess I can start annexing other subjects. Looks like they've finished up their culture conversions. But I'm just trying to decide where I want to expand. Bohemia is obviously an issue, and I might just want to like go up against the border as soon as I can. More or less the idea of cutting him off from the rest of Germany. Suppose I'm not picky. I'll just call Parliament and go to war wherever. How about to our left? That works for me. Could even call him Bohemia, but not really a point to do that. Considering co-belligerate, but I really don't know that I can take that much land anyways without being coalitioned massively. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Not really sure that's that worth it. Yeah, I think for now I'll just declare war on Württemberg. I guess I could call in Bohemia just to be lazy. I mean, maybe if I keep him busy in a war, he's not conquering other people, right? So maybe that'll slow him down a tiny, tiny bit. I mean, that's like grasping at straws, though. It's not much. I wonder if going after Hungary would make more sense here. I kind of like the idea. Because I could keep expanding the HRE, or I could take a big chunk from Hungary. But could I get reconquest with Hungary? That would be the question. I don't think so. He's not handing over occupancy. Yikes. I thought he was supposed to. What can I do? Shouldn't have invited him. I didn't think he would be greedy, of course. Why would Bohemia be greedy, right? He's not known to be greedy. Annexing a few subjects here. I'm almost in line to be the emperor, but we don't really do that here anyways, you know. But we are annexing a few subjects here. We just have a couple more subjects to annex too, though, yeah. They've done all the culture converting for me, so that's pretty handy. But yeah, I don't know what land I'm actually going to be able to get here now. Oh, they did actually give me occupancy over here, finally. I don't know why it took so long. I got rights and nobility. I'm just going to go with rural noble authority for the fortification maintenance. So I'm just going to annex Württemberg. I think our technology is getting a little high, though. But we're going to need to make a bunch of new subjects now. Totally fine. I'm probably giving away a little bit of land that was partially integrated, but I don't mind. We should check our antagonism as well. It's getting up there. Definitely need to be improving relations a bit better. We're not in any rush, though. I think we're totally fine to slow down the conquest a bit. The Emperor's dead. Will they vote for me? I don't even have the votes this time. I can't even blame the game. Wait, I'm close, though. We got to put on that diplomatic endeavors. I don't know if we can actually be the Emperor, if it's allowed, but they can't stop me from trying. Just improving relations with my new subjects now. I still want to encourage humanists, but it'll be nice when that's max, so I can have the extra cat action, more or less. Also, it would be nice if they would give me the extra cabinet member here. But I'm getting further away from being voted for at this point, so... Oh, great. We're back into the Hussite Wars. Hussite Wars round 3. At least this time I have a full stack of horses. I really should have some forts, though. Can we take 21k with our 3k horses? Easily, yeah. I mean, we kind of lost a lot of guys for it. Might have not been worth it. It's kind of just a flex. But yeah, I just have to run around and try to play whack-a-mole. And then regret not having any forts. And think about building forts again. Oh, boy. I'll build one in my capital. Get it started. But yeah, this war is going to be another long one, probably. I have to... Could try using the defend land action, but I feel like I'd probably better off just macroing it myself. They're going to ruin my voting, though, because I'm at war with everybody. Another big battle here. I mean, we're able to win. We don't have a ton of manpower. But yeah, we can win against insane odds with horses, if it's levies. Finally, I'm the Emperor. It can be done. I'm going to say the reload helped. That's nice, because extra cabinet action is basically what I wanted out of it. Now I can culture convert a bit better. I wonder what the other buffs the Emperor gets are, because I know they added a bunch. I don't even know where you see these buffs, if I'm being honest. Where are those? Let me know in the comments if you guys know where the menu is to see what being the Emperor does. I'd love to know. Man, Bohemia's getting so much land. It's so bad. These Hussite wars are so good for them. I just want YP so I can get a quick truce. The Hussite wars are hurting me a bit because it's slowing down my expansion and speeding up Bohemia's. It's, of course, a choice to be allied to Bohemia. Or is it, right? It's a safe choice. I'm building a couple forts, though. I'm tired of people just walking in my land and sieging everything. Man, it's just land to Bohemia. Land to Bohemia. The Hussite wars, why? These wars are so good for Bohemia. I'm just building forts on my province capitals, more or less, right now. I don't have a ton of more money to build them right now, though. I'm like, that'll be useful. I actually think the idea of only allowing building forts on province capitals would be a good idea, but maybe that's just me. Having my army on is actually quite expensive for me, though. I'm in a bit of debt, actually. What do you do? Come on them all. I'll probably turn off Diplo spending, but it's harder to do that when you have subjects, though. People want to buy military access, I'm all about it. Free money. France is scary looking. That's interesting. I can just force Bohemia to be Catholic. I don't know why I would do that, but don't really mind them being a different religion anyways. I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that until you enforce religious authority or something, like in EU4. I'm just going through and improving with basically everyone I can. I definitely get 0 authority because there's so much land owned by like France and stuff outside the HRE. France has expanded so much into the HRE. At least that's what it looks like. Maybe I'm wrong. Speaking of France, I guess 100 Years' War is probably over. Printing presses here. We'll grab that. It's about time. We're probably just going to rush straight for the cabinet seat and the roads. Power projection is good too. I think that helps with integration speed a bit. But yeah, just queuing up a bunch of nice stuff. The factories are nice. I mean, there's just so much good stuff when you first start an age, right? You're like, I want all of it. Spend a couple RGOs. We have a little bit of money laying around. I need to build a few bridges too. I think our roads are mostly good though. For now, I mean, we only have level 1 unlocked. In the future, I think we move our capital more Central Europe. If we own more of Europe, that is. I'm like wondering how feasible it is to get to Castile with Bohemia's help. Because I do want to form Navarre, that's ideal, but that's going to take some time to set up. I feel like it might be possible. All I really got to do is get access between 2 people, and I'm in Spain, or Castile rather. Austria and France. I feel like it's winnable. Me and Bohemia versus Castile? Yeah, maybe so. I think that fighting Spain is actually reasonable here. Get a parliament claim and just call in Bohemia. Hope for the best. I like it. All right, Bohemia, we got to go. And I just get access, hopefully, from Austria and... I'm the Emperor. I don't even need access from Austria. That's right. But France, I need access from. I should have waited until I improve relations more, but I got excited. Because I knew I had to improve relations with France first. But hey, I can get some taxes. Love that. Maybe jump the gun, but, you know, got a little excited. All right, France. How are we feeling? Oh, he'll let me through. I just need a diplomat. Okay, so let's get access. Purchase mill access, and then we should be able to go down to Spain. Can I get access from subject too? I hope. Yeah, that's fine. I hope Bohemia can get access too. Oh, I need food access, yeah. I better just cancel a bunch of these relations so I can get diplomats faster. We're gonna start to starve to death. Oh, hey, Portugal. I found you. He just ran immediately. He probably has no morale from running there. Yeah, I need food access from France. Cross food access. Okay, much better. Portugal came all this way just to get destroyed. He has no morale. Walked all the way through France. I need to ask for mill access here. I probably need food access too. When I get a diplomat, probably we'll do that. But we're going to start sieging out over here. The war goal is Navarre, but I have to siege a bunch of forts before we get there. Oh, that is a death sack. All right, retreat. That is one hell of a death sack he had. I need my levies to make this work. Horses are OP, but they're not that OP. Can't just take 50,000 guys. I got my levies to help. I should be able to replenish my guys in France, though, because I have food access. It looks like Bohemia is not really going to be useful, though, unfortunately. Maybe he can't get access. I mean, I guess they could defensively be useful, but I'm like, I kind of need their help. I can grab Pack and Shot, and I could just focus on getting some stuff there, but like the new horses would be really good. Just queue up the Lancers, queue up the cannons. Trying to push in here, though, eventually. We'll reinforce in a second. Okay, not bad. As long as Bohemia's in the war, they'll defend me. I'm not sure how long Bohemia will stay in the war. Maybe a few years. The war goal is Navarre, which I guess maybe I could actually go through Aragon. Purchase military. He won't do it? I don't have the money. Well, fine, give me a loan. Like maybe I just walk through Aragon instead. Because I can start sieging out Navarre directly. Instead of having to siege that fort. What did I lose? Oh, I just lost all my professionals. That's fine. Didn't need them. No, that's really not good. Wasn't paying attention in the death tech my horses. It's okay, I can recruit them back over here. I'm not sure how I get food here. Like, what's the path? Like, I have food access from Aragon, but I don't know how we can keep that food access. I kind of don't understand food access completely, if I'm being honest. Big battle here. We won, but at what cost? I'm just not sure we get food here, but I'm like, what province do we need to siege to get food? Not really sure. Guess we have to siege this first. So I got this awkward situation where I'm trying to recruit my horses. They're just kind of sitting there awkwardly. Oh, they're not sitting there awkwardly anymore. They went for it. We'll reinforce. So it turns out this war is a lot harder than I anticipated. Win's a win there, though. That's pretty nice. I mean, we lost so many guys, though. Did they, like, sally forth? I don't know if you can do that in this game, but why did the fort just instantly occupy? I don't know. That's tough, though. We lost so many guys there. I mean, the war goal is just... It's right there. But I don't know if we can hold. We can try to recruit more guys, but at least we have food access, though. Oh, no. Reinforce. I mean, that's a fine battle. He's getting low on troops. I mean, I say that, but he's got 20k left. I'm the one really getting low on troops. I try to keep replenishing them and then he goes for my levies. Because I obviously can't replenish my levies here. We're winning, but it's like, not really. I guess I'll just keep my horses committed to sieging. He's sieging that so fast. Oh, yeah, I'm losing food excess as a result. All right, we send it in. Yep, nice defense. We're trying our best here. They keep trying to cut off my food. That's everything. I think we win, though. Wow. All right, got the siege. That's huge. We have to siege out this location to win, basically. Portugal, can you just go home? I'll give you some money. How about that I don't have? Sure. I just want Portugal to leave. Yep, I'm going to go back here and deal with this. Okay, that's fine. I just don't replenish is the issue. I was really planning on Bohemia helping, but it's not happening. I've lost a lot of guys over here in Iberia. Maybe a base race here is possible, but I feel like I never am going to win the base race against AI. Yeah, they're crushing me. So really, Navarre is the war goal, so if they get that back, it's like whatever, right? Or is that just cope? Come on, guys, win. All right, I have to win this or I'm going to starve to death. There we go. Huge. I wonder if I can assault this back because low garrison? Nope, it's full. Uh-oh, we have to win this. Ooh, we are down to a few hundred guys, that's it. But the war goal's right here. It's so close I can taste it. It's okay, we got this. Positivity. This isn't great. Oh, they're over here. But I can raise new levies to deal with it. So I'm hoping to replenish my guys a bit more, and then we can take that fight. Oh, I'm out of manpower, so I guess we're just going to take the fight. It's fine. Oh, wait, yeah, we win these. We just need the war goal. We're good. Just be quick about it, boys. I just got to finish sieging out like 4 things, and we're good. I just got to win that siege, and it's over. Yes, I got the war goal. Oh, I only have 4 war score, though. I should have sent the war, but I want more. I don't want to have to fight Castile twice, although it might be greedy. But if I regroup, I have 1,000 horses, and I can send my other guys pretty fast. Trying to see what Castile's going to do with those troops, but as long as he doesn't siege the fort, that'd be great. Gives me time to get reinforcements. Unfortunately, we have to have this entire place occupied, and there's a bunch of forts. It just becomes a matter of what does he do with his 12,000 guys, and I lack the vision to know. Perhaps we could just retreat if worse comes to worse, though. We're going to try off Diplo spending. I'm just not making money right now. I think we just go for these guys, you know, debate. Can I send the prisoners out to scout? No, that's not how that works. I don't know where his 12,000 guys are. I know he has them. I don't know that 1,000 horses would win. Question is, where are they? We're going to send 6k to reinforce. My guys are almost here. But now it's going to soon be a base race, I guess. He's going to siege me. This is coming down to the wire. He still has 6,000-ish troops unaccounted for. Oh, no. Come on, you got this. Oh, barely. Barely. Hold. We almost have the war goal. Hold. Oh, it's still so much war score. Oh, I can do it. I definitely underestimated that war and barely pulled it off. I'm happy about that. That's really nice. I think that's all we need to form Navarre. So I just need to decide what to do with my culture. It's an interesting situation because I can either culture convert everything or try to get my dynasty to switch, which you can do, and I have female children as well, which is good in this case, but my daughter's only 4, so I don't know. Maybe just the culture convert angle is the better play. I think it will take a bit to integrate here. Definitely need to recover my nation a bit. Well, I can get out of debt. I guess that's not an issue, but I currently have diplomatic spending off because desperate times. What I want to do is just buy some prestige from the church. Because I want to get the ball rolling on this right away. So I just did the whole canonized thing with the saints. And then I want to accept Basque culture. And actually have the room to do that, so it's not a big deal. And then, yeah, just accept Basque. And I think that now that it's accepted, I can start culture converting. The only exception is if it's already 100% my culture, I can't. So I think now we just need to start culture converting my capital and basically everything. Right now I have no sons, and I want to keep the emperor. So I'm wondering if a divorce might be the play here. We'll try and improve relations with the Pope, because right now he doesn't like me, and he doesn't want to do that for me, which is rude. But I might need a younger wife. I think instead of integrating Navarre, we'll probably just Diplo annex. That way I'll have extra canon actions to culture convert to Basque. I think that makes some sense. So just release a historical subject here in Navarre as a vassal. We already have the culture accepted, so I think we're good. And I think for now, we just crack away at that culture conversion. I'll send the Pope a gift. I'm just like, can I please get a divorce? Do you want me to make someone a new elector? Sure. I really got to work on this whole having a son thing. We'll need a majority of Basque culture, so that's probably going to take some time. Maybe in hindsight, I shouldn't have had my subjects culture convert for me, because then it would have been a bit more diverse. Probably want to pay for stability too, because I know that I'm going to lose 50 stab for culture converting whenever that happens. So I can request a divorce. I'm just doing this to try to get a son. Or really it's 57 though, I don't know. But we just need to marry somebody young. Just marry the closest 16-year-old, and hopefully we have a son. Apparently Bohemia returned to the true faith, and I get 24 authority, which isn't going to be enough to do anything, because I lose a ton of authority a month. I wonder why the game had them do that. Not really sure. And Bohemia has left the church once again. France finally won the 100 Years' War. Took them long enough. Looks like I'm the military hegemon. That's nice. Trying to sort out if more wars would make sense. I'm not really sure. It's going to be a little bit of era of peace while we wait for our culture to convert. Because for the long term, I don't know that getting more land is necessarily good. Less unfortunate, our leader died. Probably means we're not the emperor anymore. We just lose the cabinet action, and we also lose the great power status. It's okay. We can get it back in the future. Got new roads. I'm probably going to stop paying for stability for a bit, though. Maybe look to upgrade some of these roads. I could wait for a parliament to see if I get a road debate. I can actually get the war score cost here in the tech tree, though. I didn't realize that was available to me yet, but I probably should grab that. I'm going to start annexing Navarre. I guess this will help with my culture as well, because I'll have that land. So I'm only at 20% now. It's a little bit rough. Whenever one of these gets to 90, I'm just moving them to somewhere else. But I can't culture convert if it's already fully my culture, and that is the case a lot of times. So I might have a little bit of issue with that. But surely annexing Navarre will be a little bit of a boost too. Worst case scenario, I could make some subjects. See if there's a road debate here. Not quite yet. We could wait one more parliament. As a general rule, I only wait 2 parliaments at max for a road debate, because at that point I feel like you're just being wasteful. So we'll wait for one more parliament. So we've annexed Navarre. However, we're still only at 32%, so we have a long ways to go. Go ahead and pick up the last institution here. Are we somehow back in the Hussite Wars? What's going on? I shouldn't have to be here. I think I am, though, yes. So let's see if we can get a road debate this parliament. No luck. Well, we will just have to build the roads without it. So upgrade as many roads as I can. And there goes all my money pretty much instantly. Maybe I should have tried to lower the price of the resources first, but it's not a big deal. I guess I was given some land. Thanks, Bohemia. So I'm 62%. I'm slowly getting there, kind of. Definitely taking some time to switch my culture. Seems as though even though I'm not majority Basque, I can change my primary culture. I don't really understand why I can do this, but I think it's something to do with, there's like a third clause of reasons you can change primary culture, and one has to do with like your nobility. Enough of them are converted, something like that. At any rate, we can swap to Basque. It does cost 50 stability and 50 legitimacy, so it's not cheap. And I'll need to move my capital over to Navarre as well, which I can't do right now. It's more expensive than I can afford. Though we can use the classic cheese of just turning off our money for a bit. If we do that, I think it gets cheaper. So we'll just move our capital over here, just in the short term, of course. You got to be able to form Navarre. And now we can culture convert the areas that we couldn't before. So we can go ahead and form Navarre, now that our capital's over there. Navarre has some pretty amazing stuff. The important things are probably at level 1, they have morale, research speed, level 2, a little bit of proximity cost for the 3rd age, a little bit of discipline as well. The 4th age, they get monthly development, some trade advantage, and a bit of manpower. And in the last stage, they actually get some infantry power as well, which is handy. Anyhow, let's go ahead and form Navarre. We get a social law, Navarre adaptability. This is where we get the war score cost. We're going to pick the belligerent stance. It will hurt our diplo rep, but that is a-okay. We also need to move our capital back, so we need to basically turn off the money and maybe take some loans to even do it. Let's take a couple loans. And let's move our capital back to Vienna. Now from here, things are going to get a bit complicated. If you want to form Delhi, which I suppose I do, then I'm going to have to go Sunni and obviously get down to Delhi, so it's going to be a bit of a journey. And going Sunni is not going to be so simple, but of course we'll figure that out. Definitely need more armories, though, and kind of to rebalance my economy after all of that. I'm going to have to rebuild my capital buildings and that sort of thing, too. But we'll call Parliament and just try to get some money for this one. Because right now, we are hurting financially. Mostly because our cost of quarter is so high, and our legitimacy took such a big hit. But we'll just have to get through it. There are some law changes you can get for being this culture. Like I could switch to the Murder and Dead division. I get monthly development and prox cost, which is probably worth it. Let's go ahead and switch to that. And then if I can do another law, I think there's something else that's good too. Just can't remember offhand what it is. Just take a look. This is a Pyrenean law. I guess it's not that great. I'm not sure if I value the 10 legislative efficiency or the 10 efficiency of cabinet more. For now, we'll just leave it on the legislative efficiency, but it might be something that we change in the future. So my plan now would be probably to get down to India, but obviously that's a long journey. And I want to kind of build my nation a little bit before I do that. I also need to recover my stability. It's really bad right now. I moved my capital twice too, so it's negative 40 stability there, and then lost a negative 50 for the culture swap, so negative 90 total. But at least we acquired 10 proximity cost. I have a new government reform available as well here. I can get a free government reform for my culture, so might as well grab that first. But for now, my nation's kind of in full recovery mode. Right now, my culture capacity is definitely an issue. It's basically breaking my cabinet almost entirely. Definitely something I'll have to address at some point. Though I have another reform available. Go just grab Privy Council. Get a little bit of tax efficiency. I'm just trying to get my nation in line. It's definitely a little bit of a struggle right now. I need to rebuild my government buildings too. Plus additional taxes will help. I could get a claim on Hungary. Perhaps me and Bohemia could win. I don't know. But I'll be out of debt here soon. Then we can work on the rest. Got my foreign culture law, which will be a little bit useful. I wonder if I just take the extra culture capacity for now. The 10 pop assimilation speed would be good, but I think it would actually be better to get this for now. Because since I'm so over my capacity, it's really hurting. I'm going to pick up my unique research for the proximity cost too. I kind of forgot about it. Also be a good idea to get the workshops. Ultimately, I really need more armories. The negative 47% culture influence Steve up right now is rough as well. Castle wants an alliance again? Sure. And I wouldn't mind having them for later. I don't really plan to do any conquest over in Iberia for a long, long time anyways. I like to fight Hungary, but I'm a little bit scared, if I'm being honest. Could build some training fields around my capital. I just need out my manpower. So I'm just taking a bit of time to collect some taxes. Maybe we'll get claims again on Hungary, just so we're ready. The culture problem is slowly going away, but it definitely is still a problem. Could definitely get some cannons going. I need 7 or 8 stacks. I think 8 is safer, just in case some of them die or anything like that. Got 1 proper stack of guys, and basically 0 manpower to work with. I'm not sure how well Bohemia would carry. Currently, there's a war going on between France and possibly Bohemia, or I think maybe Bohemia is actually on the side of France. Yeah, that actually is the case. Okay, well, sorry, Denmark, it's over for you. Let's unlock the paper workshop. Could be nice to build some of those. Another parliament. This time, we might go to war. Just waiting for the right moment. I've been getting claims every parliament for the last couple, but haven't found the right moment. Like me and Bohemia are actually going to struggle here, which is weird. I think we'll be totally chilling, actually. It says it's pretty even, but I have faith. Let's just declare the war and hope. I don't know if I want to raise my levies at all anymore. I have 1 stack of horses with cannons, and that's kind of it. But maybe that's enough. Got a battle here. Nice crushing defeat. The problem is I don't really have a ton of surplus manpower. Maybe I could grab my levies. We're winning battles, but we're just going to get it chipped away at is the issue. Jeez, Poland actually has a ton of guys. Poland's doing pretty well this game. Might need our levies. I think so. We're getting attacked here, but we're going to reinforce. It's fine. Standing army is kind of getting cooked, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how winnable this war is. I finally managed to siege a fort, so that's a win. The problem with running out of manpower in this game is that you can never really get it fast. Like, I can be like, oh, I'm out of manpower. I'm going to build some training fields, but that's not really going to solve that problem in the short term. Which I'm not saying is bad from a design perspective. It just kind of is what it is. I think it creates a healthy balance of if you didn't prepare for the war properly, you can't just immediately solve the issue with building manpower or something like that. Yeah, this war is a bit tougher than I'd like. Hungary doesn't suck. Quite a big battle here. I think we'll win. We inflicted a good bit of damage there. That's good. But every time we go to a battle, France my manpower pretty bad. I'm fully out of manpower now, which isn't ideal. I should be going after the war goal, but silly me, I never remember what the war goal actually is. I'm wondering if we can get Poland out for something reasonable. Yeah, I can barely stay afloat financially during this war. And we lost that battle. That's unfortunate. He probably had some professionals, though. Wow, we've actually been losing a lot more than them. That is not good. It's because some of these subjects of Bohemia, I bet. Bohemia is not really doing that well. I thought he was stronger than he is, I guess. This isn't going well. I mean, I think if we group here, we'll be okay. Problem is we have to fight Poland and Hungary, which obviously is making things a bit more difficult. Getting some nice free battles here, though. That's what we need. I gotta try to reinforce this. I don't trust the levies. Yeah, okay. The problem is every one of these battles is just kind of too even. I even lost more here than he did. I will say that this war so far is enjoyable. If I had more wars like this, I would be very happy. And the Castile War, too, was really close, too. Honestly, this campaign's been pretty fun. I can offer War Reps some money to get rid of Poland, which isn't ideal, but I think I have to. I don't really have the money to pay for that, but sometimes you just have to figure out how to win. The problem is I bet Bohemia leaves pretty soon, too. And then we're right back at square one. Bohemia's gone as well, which is okay. I don't mind it being a 1v1 at this point, but it's pretty even. I'm losing a ton of money, which is the real concern. I let my professionals replenish a little bit, though, but yeah, I've got to get the war goal. The base race. I just have to pray that I'm better. And even if we lose those sieges, I think it's fine. We'll just assault them back really fast. I wonder if Castile would help. I mean, they could, but would they even do anything? And they'd count for war balance, I guess. Ooh, that battle is won, but yeah, it's just tough. But I should have the war goal soon. Maybe that'll turn the tides. Okay, -3 war scores. Pretty good. We're making progress. So this war's definitely pretty close. I doubt Castile will actually help, but that would be the dream. Wait, why is France in a war with me? What's going on? Oh, I think France and Bohemia must be allies. That's terrifying. Well, maybe me and France can be friends too. We'll just be 3 giant people in Europe that agree not to murder each other. Surely. I am finally winning this war, though. I just need 10 war score to actually do something. And really, the question is, what do I want to do with this war? I could probably take a lot of land if I really wanted to, but I'm not really sure that's the way. There's 5 more war score costs available in Delhi, but I just really don't know if I can pull it off or how I want to go about it. I want to improve with Poland and I think Kiev or something because it's probably going to be a lot of antagonism to take all the land I want. I'm also in a lot of debt from that whole paying Poland off thing, and we're losing money for sure. Future me has money. That being said, the longer this war draws out, the more expensive it is for me. But I have the potential to make huge gains here, so all good, right? Hoping he doesn't refill garrison here because I'm failing to siege. I think they did refill a little bit. Oh, I don't have any infantry to assault. Skill issue. Didn't think about that one. I usually don't go horse only, but I'm giving it a try. To be fair. This war becomes a issue of how long do I want to sit here and siege forts. Definitely making some progress in this war, but there's going to be a lot of forts to siege, depending on what land we want to take in the war, I suppose. I have no idea what I want to take in the war, to be fair. But I probably should try to improve relations with people. The issue is, I can't help my Diplo spending at the moment because We don't have any money. Okay. But during tax season, we're chilling. Oh, his professionals are murdering my levies. I split them up. Trying to siege out his capital. But yeah, it's going to take us forever to actually siege out everything. Can raise more levies, though. Question is, do we want to just commit to sieging out for a long time or worry about that next in the next siege when we can actually assault? Because trying to siege out all the forts without it being able to assault is kind of impossible. But he's getting more levies as well. The levies are getting trashed. The professionals are doing fine, but everything else sucks. I just want his capital, and then I can end the war. So what I'm going to do in this war is just take these two provinces. What I really need is a Reconquest CB. So that's what we're going to set up here. I really wish I could get more than that, but the plan is just to make a subject, a historical subject over here. Well, I'm in a war. Let's white piece that first. But yeah, we're going to create a historical subject over here. And they should be able to give me Reconquest. That is the hope. And then we're going to create 2 more subjects as well for those new locations. So we got 2 new subjects over there. But that was a tough war, and I don't feel like we got a lot out of it, but that's fine. A win's a win. I didn't realize I accidentally took max money there. I wasn't planning to do that, but I'm not mad that I did it. Now my economy is fine, so it's all good. The Reconquest setup is probably really good. And we might just need to be a little stronger to actually fight Hungary. Bohemia is not as good as I wanted him to be. Maybe I need France, too. I did try to improve relations with them. You know, I'm going to put up Diplo Endeavors. I'm like, if I could have the France-Bohemia alliance, we're going to be in good shape, right? Diplomatic Endeavors will just allow me to improve relations more. I need to up my Diplo spending a little bit, so I actually can start annexing some subjects. I'm going to expand some RGOs. That war was a bit tough, but I'm glad I ended up taking some money on accident. Maybe I wasted the war score a little bit, but I think setting up Reconquest will just be ultimately much better, because that's basically 50% war score cost. I think in hindsight, what I should have done is just lost the war intentionally and then given away a bit of land so I could Reconquest, because the difference between Reconquest and not is just so massive. That being said, we are just trying to keep the ball rolling, get some taxes here. Gonna be making quite a bit of money right now. That's good. Do need to upgrade our RGOs and, you know, just keep building up my economy. Vienna needs some workshops for sure. Start building a bunch of paper workshops. I also want to build printers. Yeah, I just need to build a ton of stuff in Vienna. So we're just building our 2 paper factories, or the ones that we researched during the age in Vienna. We just want to probably build a ton of those, maybe max in our capital. We need to get some work done to the economy if we want to be able to fund these wars. And we are annexing a few subjects, or we're going to start working on that a bit. And really, I want to see if I can get an alliance with France. Not really sure why, but yeah, let's profess trust and see if that's enough. It seems like it is. We're off by like the tiniest margins here. Profess trust again. Okay, that seemed to work. Wait, my opinion of France isn't good enough? Why do I hate him so much? I can't ally France because their antagonism is so high. Well, okay, what do you do? Unfortunate. I apparently hate them. Can I ally France because I hate them too much because of their antagonism is something I haven't seen before. The Lutheran Reformation is finally here. I am planning to go Lutheran, but I don't think I'm going to do it yet. We see a strange Anglia pop out. I guess they decided to form that. I don't really know how all that works. Could enforce culture here a bit. I could enforce culture on my other subjects too, I suppose. Unfortunately, most of my subjects are my old culture. I'm going to go with Falling Throne Threat on Hungary. Call him Bohemia. Let's go round 2. I got more levies this time. And more manpower to work with, so maybe that'll be better. Could try to call in Castile. I just think it's going to be worthless, but we'll try it. I'm going to try to rush to the war goal. Honestly, if I could just get Poland out early, that'd be great. Quite a bit of levies. Just levies aren't super great. If I could afford another stack of guys, I would, but it's just not in the cards right now. But hey, I can get some taxes. That'll definitely help. Bellico support is really good too, because we're trying to get more belligerent for war score cost. So we always want to keep an eye out for that. Levies, man. They aren't the best here. I probably need more professionals, but I just don't have the money for it right now. But this war will hopefully change that. I just need to wipe out some armies for a bit, I think. Somehow this fort has me trapped. I don't really know what to do about it, like, or how that's fair. Naples is in the war. That's weird. He wasn't supposed to be in the war. Why does Bohemia have 15,000 guys in France? Either. I don't know. I can just detach my cannons and send them with the levies, perhaps. And then I can just run around with the horses and cause problems. So apparently, France is fighting Hungary as well, which I'm a fan of. I'm trying to get the war goal, but I don't even know what it is. That's the first problem. Oh, just this? Okay. So we're just using our horses to hunt people down. Why are cannons plus levies siege stuff? It's still a slow process. I really need more cannons, but money is just pretty tight right now. So I don't really have too many options available. And France is making this weird now, but that's fine. I have the war goal though. This war is definitely going way better than the last. I'm just macroing my horses and, you know, trying to siege a little bit. If I had the money, I would definitely just recruit more cannons. I'm just not quite there. I'm going to build more cannons. They are in great need right now. I'm going to offer a little bit of money to Poland. He only wants 200 ducats. I can do that. And then maybe Bohemia can be more useful. Milan will just white peas. Then maybe Naples will just white peas. Okay. It's 2 Sicilies, but then it's just Hungary. Although I really don't have the capacity to siege very fast at all, so it's not exactly going to be quick. Let's get some cannons going, or I should say some more cannons. We essentially have 2 stacks that have a siege bonus now, so we kind of just run around sieging. But it's really awkward because it feels like everybody's at war with Hungary now. I mean, eventually they'll peace out and it'll look better. In fact, we might want to improve relations with some neighbors because other people are going to be upset and want to coalition me, perhaps. Because if we're able to take as much land as we're thinking, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an issue. So France peaced out, which is good, but I do need to be careful because it could be a bit more dangerous. I can go ahead and curtail the burghers, which is good. That'll be handy. Looks like Bohemia is back to emperor. So I'm going to go ahead and end the war with Hungary. This time we're going to take a huge chunk of land, and this will make us quite a bit stronger, I would say. We just added 1.8 million population here, so pretty good. Definitely going to make some subjects out of that. Just make a bunch of fiefdoms here. Probably can't turn it all into vassals straight away. Remember, it's a county, so we don't have that big of a capacity. Because I'm annexing a couple subjects here, though, as well. So making a couple of vassals here, split it up. You don't want to make all the same subject type. Okay, so we got a bunch of new subjects. We're a little over our capacity, probably, but I don't really need this alliance over here with Castile. I'll start improving with my subjects here. It's going to be quite a bit now. And quite a bit of money now. That's what I was hoping this war would accomplish. I'm still building up Vienna quite a bit. I built a lot of printer shops as well as paperwork shops. I'm still working on converting my culture to Basque, which is, of course, taking quite a bit. We're at 70% though, so that's definitely progress. Make quite a bit of money during what I like to call tax season. So just going to do some nation building for a little bit. Let's drop 14,000 and expand RGOs, so definitely just locking in the economy a bit. You need more money if you want more armies, more or less. I'm able to improve with all my subjects at once here, which is good. I probably don't need them to culture convert anymore. I'll probably just do it myself. I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of disloyal subjects. I'm just going to build some more roads here too. Take a look at our control. We haven't looked at that in a minute. It's not great. It's not bad. I guess I'm an elector. Thanks, Bohemia. I'm going to vote for myself. Could ally back to Castile. Next, I want to do this just because I can break their alliance with Venice, perhaps. Because I have Reconquest on Venice randomly. I have cabinet laws unlocked. I'll just grab dynastic administration. Just so I can get a little bit more power. On-crown power is not great. 23% is not terrible, though. Age of reparations here. We're just going to take a look and make sure there's no warscore costs that we could be missing. I don't think there is for a bit. It's definitely between admin and Diplo. Admin's very tempting because it has tolerance, which is going to be really helpful, especially if we end up going down and invading Sunni lands, where Diplo will give us more money. I'm going to take the tolerance from admin, though. Otherwise, we might have to deal with a lot of rebels. The House of Parliament will sure give us more crown power. I'm going to put some more money into RGOs. I've mostly expanded all my RGOs at this point. We're just going to top off all our RGOs here. And we got to work on getting our roads upgraded. Trying to prepare our economy for the next age. We're going to definitely need to up our army size quite a bit, as well as our manpower buildings. It's definitely an ebb and flow in EU5 where you don't always want to attack. Sometimes you want to actually build up your nation. I'm saying that as a blobber, guys, so trust. I've been building a ton of stuff in Vienna. You can see here that we have lots of levels of these buildings. We got a lot of annexations to do. Hungary's kind of in shambles now, but he's allied to the Ottomans randomly. Oh, we got religious civil disorder. I didn't really mean to do that, but it will help me push humanist, so I don't hate it. You can just use it to push for humanists, which is nice. I'll have to pay for my stability though a bit, but I'll be really good at culture converting with max humanists, so I'm kind of a fan of that. I actually need to build some universities, looks like. My cultural influence isn't that great, turns out. I make plenty of money right now, so I'm just queuing up a bunch of universities. Just culture converting whenever I can. I'm just waiting for anything to get to like 80%, and then I'll swap it off to something else. But we're pretty culturally unified here. So got the end of religious turmoil here. And now we're going to embrace the institution, go straight for artillery. And I want to go for the Terracos. And we're going to be basically just having armies of Terracos once we get there. I have quite a bit of money, and I'm saving up money. And I would be happy to build more manpower buildings as well. But the plan is to build a bigger army here, and then we can look to invade, as well as annex our subjects, which we've been doing a pretty good job of. I'm going to have Castile break with Venice. I have Reconquest on Venice, so I'm just thinking that could be an opportunity, although I don't really connect there, so maybe it's not great. I'm going to grab the other institution, global trade here, though I am just going to be focusing on getting new troops to be able to go to more wars. What I want to do is just upgrade my barracks here. We're going to upgrade all barracks, just upgrade as many as I can. Barracks are super handy. Otherwise, I'm just trying to save money so we can build up a big army a little bit here. Grab the third institution here. I'm going to need much more manpower, though. I know that manpower is really poor right now. Trying to build up some training fields. My manpower currently is not going to get the job done. Could just mass build barracks and see how that goes. It's probably like 15k though on manpower buildings. I got my Terracos. That's what I was shooting for. Oh hey, there's more warscore cost here. Didn't even know that. There's a Supreme Court as well. We need to, get some stuff going over here. So I can sort of use the macro builder here and just build a stack of Terracos, 33, and more or less just get rid of all my other troops. But I'll wait for those to recruit before getting rid of the other ones. Yeah, I'll just get rid of these guys now. Just disband. From here on forward, we just use infantry to assault everything, more or less. I think annexing 3 people at a time is kind of the magic number for me. I want to build a second stack of guys though and just have like 2 stacks that can cause problems. I'm going to build everything in Vienna though. I don't think I have enough to build another stack yet though. can build 26. I mean, that's close. It's got 2 sacks of guys ready to assault forts as needed. I'm going to declare Reconquest on Venice. I'll have Bohemia's help. I could even call in Castile. Although the land is, I guess, separated from my land, so it's a little awkward. But yeah, we're going to start the assaulting spree. No, but yeah, we just assault everything. And occasionally go home for some healing. Should be a nice battle here. It's going to be a defensive mountains, I think. I think he takes so many losses in the mountains. Yeah, that's insane. Like, I may have lost some guys, but I think it's worth. It was a horrible battle for them in the mountains. And they just reinforced it. Oh, it's winter. I was wondering why I couldn't help. I'm like, I want to try to get Naples out of here, but I can't help. I'm hoping England just won't show up. That's the running theory. But Castile will probably also not show up. You know, that's fine. As long as they both don't show up, it's fair. I mean, even though England's already here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to refill garrison. It's a pretty big battle here. I don't know if we can win. Really, yeah, it's probably against levies. It's, oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, it's, oh my goodness. That's nuts. They're just kind of crushing battles, though. I don't have infinite manpower here either. I know, that's a surprise. I got a new government reform. Not really sure it'd be helpful. I like the idea of having a religious tolerance for the future, especially if we're planning to go down into the land down here with the Ottomans, so could be a good idea. I feel like Venice is really awkward, though, in general, because all of Venice is not connected to me at all. So why do I really want to invade Venice? Kind of just because I need to get stronger, and they're kind of just the path of least resistance, I suppose. But it doesn't feel great. This war's going well, though. I think we just need to stay the course and then decide what we're going to actually take, because I don't know as far as what I actually want in the war. Ooh, our cause is just perfect. Love to see that. Can offer just a tiny bit of money to the 2 Sicilies to leave. It seems worth. Make the war shorter. Totally okay with that. What are the chances I could just walk to his capital, I wonder? Sometimes the AI will let you do it. They were way better in EU4 at preventing this, which they probably need to work on prioritizing the AI to want to do that. It's always such a pain to try to get over to Venice because they have such a nice navy. I nearly maxed my building levels in Vienna, so I won't be able to build too much more there, but it's really nice developed city there. Bohemia seems like he fell off. Never seems like he has that many troops in these wars, or maybe he's just struggling against professionals or something like that. This war's looking super over. Just going around and assaulting forts. My issue with this war is going to be antagonism, I think. So my war score cost is insane, but at some point I just won't be able to take the land because antagonism. Europe's crazy. It's owned by like 4 people. And Venice is so big. How come England shows up for him, but Spain doesn't show up for me? You know what I'm saying? White piece England here. So I'm gonna end the war with Venice. It's kind of awkward because almost nothing connects to my land at the moment, but it's fine. Future me will definitely sort that out, right? I figured I wanted the land down here because I won't have boats to ever get that. White my empire though, like almost completely, so you know it'll take a minute to recover that. But hey, we connect to the water now. It's huge. But we got another parliament, and we have a new reconquest for Hungary that I sorted out in that war. When I say sorted out, I more or less just noticed that we could release Bosnia. Yeah, I think that was Bosnia. Yes, so historical subject of Bosnia. That way we'll get reconquest against Hungary again. Okay, so we all subjected up with our new land. Definitely need to start improving relations though. We're still annexing the last 2 subjects from the last group of people we vassalized, so that'll take some time. And in the meantime, we're always just culture converting. But I would say that was a pretty big win. I just need to figure out what the next steps look like. If I want to form Delhi, I could definitely be on my way to Delhi. I just wanted to get a little stronger first because I didn't want to fall behind the likes of France and Bohemia, which I don't think I'm necessarily falling behind anymore, but I'm also not as strong as them, and that's fine. My tax base has gone up dramatically over the last few years. I'm gonna build more training fields that, just probably build as many as I can. I still need to upgrade my roads, so I could just drop some money into that. There's just so many roads at this point to upgrade. Yeah, we should have a reconquest. I should have looked if there's actual more reconquests in here, in hindsight, because I think I took away my reconquest. I mean, Venice isn't really that strong anymore. I don't even know if I need reconquest. It'd be more like I want reconquest against 2 Sicilies. I'm in line to be the next emperor, which is awesome. I don't know why. Like, what changed? Question is, do I want to be a great power, or should I go for the takedown hegemon CB on Bohemia? These are the questions. Well, I'm the emperor. I don't know if that's good, but I'll be a great power, probably. That gives me 2 hegemons, which I don't know if I like because it costs antagonism, but warscore cost is nice. Ooh, with the extra cabinet seat, I forgot about that. Working on my subjects relations, though, right now. So now I have to think, how do we get down to Delhi? And how do we change to Sunni? Man, the reduced inflation cabinet action used to be so much better. Feels bad, man. I like the intelligence agency tech quite a bit for the rebel growth. But all these workshops are good. It's a nice age. The Age of Reformation actually might be too big of a power spike, if you ask me. These buildings are pretty insane, too. Vice royalty. So I'm the male hegemon, so I could just walk down to Delhi. I think we look at getting over to Delhi for pouring Delhi. I think that's going to be tough, but I want to get the max warscore cost that's feasible. So I think what we're going to do is just violate our way all the way over here. But we got a spy network here to get maps. I'm thinking like, okay, we'll just get like a parliament CB over here and attack the Gelarids. Idea was just to take like a random land down here and then get maps of, like India's somewhere over here-ish, right? Yeah, I'm just going to try to spy network a bunch of people. I think we wait parliament and just attack the Jalarids, we have the male hegemon to get access. So I guess that is workable. I mean, it's weird. I could snake there, but I don't know if that's the play. I think it'd be faster to just try to get directly to India and then maybe come back to Europe and whatever the case may be. So we got Parliament up, and I'm thinking we get a claim on the Jellard Horde. I'm thinking I just take land closest to the border, because that way I can get maps down there, is the thought process. But yeah, it's kind of an awkward scenario, just declaring war on somebody so far away. So we're just going to attack the Jellard Horde, which might be awkward. Maybe we call in Bohemia just to have our land defended. I don't have any diplomats still at the moment. But I never tried something like this. It seems like it's going to be really awkward. Plan just to violate sovereignty all the way there, though. But that just seems so awkward. And I don't really have the diplomats for it in a second. But I mean, I don't know. I've never tried something like this. It's just going to be weird. It's also going to be like the most disconnected and useless land for me. But it's about getting the modifiers, I guess, right? I don't feel like this is like necessarily worth it. But the goal is to hit the max possible war score cost reduction possible in the game right now. So let's violate the Ottomans. I think I made the war goal like literally something over here too. Like I don't know. This war's a little bit weird. I could probably just go through Egypt next, though. I don't know. Trying to get maps too, because I need to get to India, which is I don't think I can violate it through the Mamluks because they're a great power. Yeah, I think that's maybe how it works. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to push through here. Then, and of course, just assault everything, right? I guess I don't need to like assault everything necessarily. I just need to make a path there. I need to recruit another stack of guys at home. I didn't really expect to be fighting Hungary here. Sure, I can do that. So awkward, man. I gotta fight Hungary, and I'm literally so far away from my land right now. Probably just gonna violate down here and then just walk to the war goal. That my guys can replenish wherever I violate sovereignty as well. Because I made the war goal like something insanely far away. Because I mean that's kind of where we gotta go. I don't know what maps I can get. I'm also thinking it's not gonna be possible to get any maps until I have land over here. I have no idea though. Maybe I can see more over here. Yeah, I can. Okay. It's so confusing when you're trying to seal maps sometimes. Like, it feels like I already see this, but maybe this is where I want to see. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to Delhi in the least painful way possible. And meanwhile, I have to fight Hungary, which is ridiculous. I think the war goal is somewhere down here. Yeah, it's way down here. I don't know why I made the war goal that. There was no need for me to do that. You don't get a bonus for making the war goal, I'm pretty sure. This is an EU4. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I've never actually looked at that. You probably don't, though, right? We're trying to get to that war goal. There's just a lot of forts in between me and the war goal. And I'm hoping Bohemia is taking care of the other war, the rebellion that has Hungary involved. I want to say the war goal is here. I wish there was a more obvious way to see that, but does it remember my search? No. Like, what was it again? Avaz. Okay, so it's just this up here. I don't even really need the land from this guy particularly. I just need to get over to India, which is super weird. I'm kind of annoyed by this rebellion. I'm like, I don't want to fight Hungary right now. Can I just grab the land back? Okay, that's dealt with. I guess I recruit extra guys for no good reason. Also, my legitimacy is killing me right now. Just trying to fight Diplo spending for now. I thought I should have the war goal. Oh, this fort unsieged it. Okay. I'm gonna run out of guys down here. I need to find somewhere to recruit new ones. So we have 11 war score. It might be enough. Just kidding. It's not even close to enough. What do you mean? It's over, guys. Tryhards. The game just wants me to raise my levies so my military balance goes up, right? I can replenish my guys over here too, probably, right? Because this makes sense. Totally reasonable that I could recruit 10,000 guys in a month down here. I see no issues with that whatsoever. I think me recruiting my levies, though, is huge, right? Yeah. Military balance. I just need one location, though. I'm not greedy. I think we just take this, like, one location over here and we'd be happy. Yeah, that's all I want. I'm not unreasonable. I don't even want this land, so I just want to get down to India. I wonder if I have to switch culture. I think I do. That's going to suck. This is definitely the most awkward part of the strategy and the part that I was looking forward to the least because I don't even know how to do it. But it's a learning experience too, right? I don't need much in this war. I just want one location. I'm totally happy with that because that's basically as far as the Jellards are going to get me anyways. Yeah, I'm like, I need to get over here to get some food. Am I going to have like constant food issues down here? I feel like I am. I was just going to go visit Ormuz to go get some food. I think that'd be fine. Yeah, my guys can just replenish wherever, of course. They should probably nerf this. It's so weird. Why in the world would you be able to do this? Just walk into Ormuz and just like take 10k of their people in a month into your army somehow? These people that you've never met before? All they know is they're getting violated by someone they've never seen with weapons they've probably never seen. They're just like, that's fine. We'll join the army. Swapping to this religion is going to be really hard, I think. Why isn't Sunni even showing up here? I don't know. Oh, because I'm the emperor, probably. So yeah, we just gotta wait for some diplomats to get maps. I think we're relatively close to India. I was planning to maybe culture swap by having my daughter marry somebody. The amount of population that's in India, I guess I don't really need to do that. I was worried about being able to, the difficulty of doing all this, but with how many people are there, that's way more of a percentage than what I own. So we're just trying to steal maps where we can to get over to Delhi. And yeah, this is the nation that I want to go after, but I need to be able to see their capital. Well, I guess I can see their capital. That's weird that it reveals their capital. I think it's a new thing, right? Can I even go to war with them, or am I out of diplo range? I can. I guess I can improve relations with subjects later. I need diplomats. I think it's crazy the amount of people that are here. Are they all Hindu though? That wouldn't be good? I hope they're not. So we're basically almost to India. Is this war gonna be difficult too, or is it like chill? I might need to get my third army involved. Not sure, but it's also kind of far away from where I am right now, so I don't know. I mean, this is the land I need to form Delhi. The problem is gonna be religion now, because they're gonna be Hindu, and that's not the right religion. They have so many people though, it's incredible. I mean, I think you can kind of manually export your troops. Also, I probably do need to send another stack down to help. I just worry that if I undercommit, it's going to be an issue. I'd rather not. I'd rather have these extra 26,000 guys to help. I don't know how hard this is going to be. But I'm just kind of waiting for Parliament and then trying to violate it through a million people. You can't violate through other great powers, I believe. So I have to go around, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, we're just going to walk through here. I kind of feel like if you violate an overlord, it should work for subjects too. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're just walking down here. We're exiled again. This keeps happening. I'll keep just having to violate this person for food. Okay, we can get another map here. No diplomats. We'll get them soon. I feel like it's gonna be a future feature where you can just click the area like this and it will explore that region. That'd be super cool. Okay, it would be like handy. It would be like expected. Maybe super cool is not the word. But let's go ahead and still maps. We're getting there. We know where the capital is, which is good. I got my next stack down here too, which is good. I think this is the year of war, so we can actually run over here now. I didn't know this was a thing that Navarre gets, a free cabinet seat. They never tell you these things. Like, I kind of want the extra cabinet seat. I'll worry about that later, though. I just, you learn something new every time. Navarre just has ridiculously overpowered, man. I didn't know they had an extra parliament seat, too, or cabinet seat. Crazy. Let's call parliament. Let's get a claim on... Wait, I can't? Invalid target, huh? I wonder why. I can OCB, which I guess is fine. So I guess parliament isn't going to get me a claim. I was hoping it would, because no CBing is going to be less effective, of course. But what do you do? Wonder if I have maps, if it will help. I don't know how Parliament CB exactly works. Like, why I'm not in range. We just got a good bit of maps for them here. Like, come on, Parliament CB. Maybe the maps will have changed it, right? I don't understand. Complaining won't help, unfortunately. I tried. Let's get some taxes here then, I guess. I was going to get a claim, but I'm not allowed. It's probably because of my diplomatic range. But I can no CB, so I guess that's fine. That's not really ideal, of course, but what can you do, right? I find it odd that I can no CB, but not get a parliament claim. Because you would think that if I wasn't in diplomatic range for one, then why would I be in range for the other? But who knows, right? Let's just declare war and not think too much about it. I'm honestly not even that far away from them, though. But I guess it's just not integrated, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping this war is super easy, but there's no really evidence to support that. Food is like a little awkward here, probably, but I think if we just assault everything, it's not really a big deal. I just wonder how much of a resistance they're going to put up. They're supposed to be the #1 great power, actually, which is surprising. They have 30 million pops, which sure is scary, but AI doesn't build armies, so we're probably chilling. But this is a really weird campaign now. Things are getting weird. These are just levies. That's going to be no issues. I do need to make sure my one stack is on auto refill. I think the other two are. Yeah, we're good there. Of course, easy battles. Levies versus professionals in the 4th age. Show superiority is not an ideal war goal, I will say. Should probably culture convert a little better here, too. I mean, I mostly culture converted everything I wanted to by this point. We can replenish our troops over here as we walk over to his other land, which is kind of nice. Logistically, I just don't know, like, the role play behind this. Do you somehow, like, gather the troops from these lands? I guess that could happen. Any neighbor is as good as anywhere else. But I feel like this should be changed because it's too good. It doesn't really make sense. But I don't know. Maybe let me know what you guys think of that. I think it's a superiority war, so I actually probably just should go back with one stack and do a bit of fighting. Do they really only have level 1 ports? The dream? Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I'm not an idiot. I was going to threaten war, but I couldn't get a claim. When I thought about it, I'm like, wasn't I supposed to get a claim in their capital and threaten war? But no. I couldn't. They have level 1 forts here. It's kind of interesting. I can just walk through those for free. I guess they're probably behind in tech. Maybe? I didn't think about that. No, they are not behind in institutions. Well, that would have been a good excuse for them, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Why are they the #1 great power, but they have level 1 forts? Oh, here's level 2. Okay, they do have some level 2 forts I'm seeing now. I'm wondering if I just get 10 war score and then come back when I can get a proper claim because, I don't know, the CB is going to be pretty useless. 50% extra cost. I mean, it's just levies, but I didn't mean to walk into 113,000 guys. Yeah, I'll probably be fine to win, I'm sure. I have professionals, right? Oh, no. No, it's just too many. I mean, We still take a lot with us, but I didn't expect to walk into 100,000 people, to be fair. Yeah, the game told me I should be winning, but they lied to me. I mean, that's reasonable that I would lose that. I'm outnumbered like 5-1. I need to reviolate and replenish my troops a bit here, probably. I think we're in the middle of winter, though. I mean, it's always winter, right? Yeah, let's just take a little break to get our guys replenished. Perfect. Oh, these guys didn't make it. If they split up like this, it's going to be free. I wish they would wait to go in until they had morale. The game really should do that. Like, don't just run into the battle. Oh, well. I'm probably fine. They just start the battle with half morale. But yeah, we crushed them easily. It's a superiority war. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize there's 608k people. Military balance is going to be impossible to win. Not impossible, but I'm going to definitely have to raise levies just to boost numbers. When I'm ready to end the war, I probably should call in my allies just for military balance. That's probably pretty reasonable. Yeah, big wins there. It's crazy how you're in a superiority war. You get no war score for battles. I definitely like the EU5 version of this where it's, you know, if you're in a superiority war, like, battles matter. Like, this for a 0.32 war score is crazy, right? It's like, imagine trying to get 10 war score that way. It's crazy. I think they need to adjust that a bit, but, you know, surely they will, right? We're almost hitting 10 war score, though, here. It's going to be huge. I don't know how much I can really take in this war, though. It's an OCB war, so kind of probably sus, right? I'm kind of low on manpower. I'm exiled as well. I'll definitely have to peace out his friends before I can ever get anything reasonable. But that's probably going to cost me a lot of money. Use some more maps, see what I can see. Conceal maps, this should be good. Really isn't that many forts down here. It's not too bad compared to, like, Europe. I thought you could get a ticking war score for superiority. You know, how many battles do you need to win? I don't know. Could always use a different CB later. I mean, the losses on their side are just monstrous, but I only have so many guys. And it's winter. We don't replenish troops during winter. I don't know what to do with this war. The war balance is, like, way too skewed on their side. I feel like it's going to take so long to actually get the war goal. I'm losing some battles. It's not good. There's so many of them, man. I need to just piece this guy out. Like, what do you want, man? He wants me to annul with Castile and Bohemia. Bro, you're an animal. You don't even know those people. What's wrong with you? Could call my allies in for war balance and then, I don't know, look to do a follow-up war, but I don't... Yeah, it's just going to be tough to ever win against that many people. I should have waited for more manpower before invading, I guess. I'm just fighting levies, but there's so many of them. And it's probably not just levies, to be fair. It's mostly levies. I don't have enough guys to fight 500,000 troops this guy has. Maybe the goal is just depopulating his region, you know? Killing all the levies and come back to it again. Oh, I don't know if we win that. No, we win that. Oh yeah, this looks sus. We win, but I feel like they can replace these losses easier than I can replace those losses, is the issue. I guess I'll try to win some more battles. I think if I get to 10% war score, I might get something that resembles a war goal. This is why the Parliament CB would have been so much nicer, though. Trying to get the war goal of superiority is near impossible. It's like the Imperialism CB. I did get my intelligence agency law, though. I can get secret police. So I can finally white peace somebody in this war, which is good. To help with the war balance. Will these guys peace for something reasonable? I mean, I'm tempted to just pay them so I can be down, like, you know, the war will be way easier. It's 140,000 troops. 7,000 isn't really that much in the long run. That'll be useful, because then the war balance is not scuffed for me. I can actually get something in this war. But I could probably call in allies to get war balance if I wanted to, but I just don't know that that's really super important. The running rumor is that if I hit 10% from battles, I might get the war goal. I don't know if that's real. If it is real, I guess it could help. I just need to visit somewhere to replenish my troops. I mean, I have 2,000 manpower to work with. Hey, it's better than 0. Got to stay positive. It's just tragic that I invest so heavily into this war and it's an OCB war. I guess the important part is that I will be able to border his capital for threatened war. Surely I should be able to call Parliament CB if I am bordering his capital. I'm pretty confident that would be reasonable. So the question is, should I just end the war now and look at the next wars, you know, being the more important one? Or, yeah, probably. I just need to get the capital so I can for sure get next to it. Although I kind of want to see if the superiority war actually ticks war score at 10%. I could drag this war out longer and longer. It's just the point of, it doesn't feel like it's very worth it if I'm doing an OCB war. Because I basically need to take a lot of land down here. How viable is an OCB going to be? Pretty viable, apparently. That seems way better than it should be. This is an OCB war. You could just annex India with an OCB war? Is that real? I think I need these maps, or maybe the ones above it. I just don't know what anything's called down here. I need a lot of this land, but I don't have the men to just assault everything right now. The question is, do I just fully commit to, like, a long war here and try to take everything I need at once, or do I, like, split it up in between multiple wars? I don't know. I really don't want to fight any battles. I'm just trying to siege. I gotta assault many more forts. The small forts are a blessing. I could turn off the auto refill as well. I did finally hit the 10% for the ticking war score, which is good. That's so insane how many people I had to murder for that. 453,000 people to get 10 war score. Kind of wild. I'm sure that should be adjusted. I'm thinking, though, if I turn off auto refill garrison right now, it might be better, because then I can assault more forts. Just hopefully they don't assault behind me or something like that. I don't think I can assault many more forts with this stack here as much as I want to. I guess I could just take this land. It definitely is a large portion of the land I need. I wonder what kind of coalition, like who would coalition me anyways? I mean, not that many people, right? No, there's not that many people that can even see me. I could throw on diplomatic endeavors if that helps too. I guess that's reasonable. I just feel like I shouldn't have done this, but it's too late. I already committed. Just hindsight really told me I shouldn't have done this, but like, hindsight didn't tell me in time. But I should have tried to get my religion to like Sunni first and something like that. And it seems as though you can't swap religions unless you have it integrated, question mark. I don't feel like that's real though. Why does that seem like it's not real, but it must be? Land doesn't count as yours if it's not integrated, possibly. I mean, I definitely need to delete the forts and the next steps because they got some problems. The good news is that I think we have at least half the locations needed to form Delhi. So we ended the war and took a bit of stuff here, but we need to be Sunni, and none of this stuff is Sunni. And I also don't know that you can convert unless it's integrated. But I bet our population increased. Plus 11.6 million. Oh my god. It was a no-CB war too for 11.6 million people. That's so many people that live in this area. It just refuses to show heretic religions for some reason, and I'm like, why? Is it because I'm the emperor it's doing that? I have 52% Hindu now. At least I'm 5% Sunni, but that's like not even close to enough. Moving my religion away from Catholic is probably the first thing I need to do, maybe. Being the emperor is nice, though. The only issue is if I'm not the emperor, I probably won't be able to be a great power anymore, because I'm a tier 1 nation. And wait, I can see this? That's nice. I can see why it is not possible. It is good that we can see the requirements to form Delhi. That means, we're on the right track. Whatever I do, I'm going to need some time to recoup. What's nice, though, is that I don't need to move my capital. So that actually is a win. I mean, it will move my capital, but at least I don't have to. We just need to solve the Sunni issue, which we can do. Maybe by fighting the Jelarids is a possibility. Or fighting them again. I wonder if is there a chance for reconquest here? There actually is. I don't think I need reconquest, though. I'm just looking at it as a possibility. So this is an issue, though, because I think if I switch my religions, I'm going to lose my alliance with Bohemia, which is bad. It's just logistically challenging. It's just like all kind of messed up, right? Like there's like a lot of logistical issues with what I'm trying to do. Wish there was some like secret way to go Sunni. Like you own a certain piece of land and you get like an event. There's got to be something, right? I guess I'm going to embrace the Lutheran Reformation so that I'm not the emperor anymore. The problem is I might lose my alliance with Bohemia. But the issue I have now is that I'm not a great power. And so can't violate sovereignty, which is problematic. But we'll figure it out. So the plan is we have to wait 10 years so that we can actually swap religions again. And then by the time that point hits, we need to get some Sunni population and then have a civil war where we can lose most of our land. Definitely a couple things that we need to do. I wish you could convert, differently. Yes, I wish you could convert differently. So I'm just going to build a bunch of these special buildings to get control and see if that helps. I want to be a great power so I can violate sovereignty, because if I can't do that, then it's going to be a lot harder to invade the Jelarids because I won't be able to walk there. But I also can't be Catholic, so it's, double-edged sword. Speaking of Catholic, that's problematic, right? Probably. Civil war could be good, though. Again, I think civil war is actually, that's how we're going to fix it. I wonder how much control these buildings will actually get. Probably not a lot. I mean, having even that isn't terrible, though. I guess I just build more of these buildings, and I get a little control. I'm just hoping it fixes my great power score, because that's really what I'm after. I could make subjects, but the problem with that is that I need to have the land myself for the formable. Like the little bit of control doesn't seem to be helping much with my great power score. It's giving me a little bit of control. It's like minuscule. This is unintegrated land. You have a huge malice to control. Yeah, so conquer negative 10%. But I was just thinking I could like maybe up my great power score enough that I would be able to sneak in to the hegemon again. I need to get spy networks going here. My spy must have got caught. But like I need many maps. I'm also attempting to be a great power still, but it's not really working. Just trying to build these buildings in here. But what I really should be doing is probably just integrating the land too. Although I don't really want to hold on to the land long term, or at least I wasn't planning to. I was just gonna form my formable and then just leave India, basically. Abandon the land. I guess I don't have to do that. It just seemed like a really easy answer, right? So I guess we can start integrating. It'll just be slow. I'd love to sneak up my great power score, but right now it's just a little bit challenging. So I can't really access the land I need to get to very well. I need to get to war with this guy, but walking there is basically impossible because everyone hates me. Maybe we just need to integrate the land down here and go from there. Integration doesn't seem too slow if I do it myself. Yeah, it's like 10 years. I actually want to cause civil war at some point. I'm planning to perhaps switch Sunni with the help of a civil war, because that's the only way that I can think to do it. It is difficult to have a high great power score when you are a county. One disadvantage of the whole sitting as a county the whole game. Should probably try to see if we have any temples available over here. Not really, but just any little control I can get is useful. Build up bridges here. I wonder why the AI doesn't prioritize building bridges, because these guys are the number one great power. You'd think they would have done that. It's a weird campaign. I will give it that. It would have been nice just to stay the Emperor, because that gives so much great power score, but then, I have to be able to switch my religion to a heretic religion, which I couldn't do, in my current situation, so it is what it is. I just need to figure out a way to get over to the Jailerids without, in the sense that I can't really get access. I mean, if I fought this coalition with Bohemia's help, I mean, it's just really awkward to want to fight Hungary when I'm not even there. Because the idea is that we civil war, we lose almost all our land, we swap Sunni, and then we get back our land in the civil war, and then that'll kind of open the requirements to form Delhi. But I feel like these things are actually good to learn. I like these type of campaigns just to learn, like, okay, what are the things we can try, and will they actually work? Because I always theorize the whole civil war thing, but never actually tried it. So I want to see if I can see the other religions now. Still can't. No, I can. This needs to be 40%. We just need to sort this out to be the majority, and we're chilling. It's easy. It's simple. It would actually be workable, I think, if this rebellion happens and I was also able to get the Sunni land. That actually might be close to enough. I have a barely positive opinion with the Timurids. I just need to send a gift and just trying to get access so I can actually fight over here. But I also feel like this rebellion might be good to just like sit on, because that would greatly reduce the amount of people that are Hindu for sure. But oh yeah, I need to delete the forts, make sure we don't have any of those. Yeah, if I can get access to the Timurids, that'd be nice. I feel like it's doable. Only -11. How are the Timurids a tributary of Georgia? That makes 0 sense. How? They don't even border. Like, it doesn't make sense. Better to not worry about that one. I'm just like, that makes 0 sense to me why that's happening. But I'm about to lose my land over here. I could ally the Timurids just for the short term to get access. Sure. Well, it'll put me over my diplo limit probably, but it doesn't have to be long, so sure. Yeah, see, this is a nice rebellion. Well, it's large, but it makes me lose like a lot of my people, right? So I just lost like 8 million people. Why that's good is because it might be easier to swap Sunni as a result. That's the hope anyways. So I think what I do is just, sorry, I get distracted by the amount of people I'm going to have to murder. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I win that. These are my own people I'm murdering. But yeah, that's quite the rebellion, isn't it? Is this rebellion half my population? I think it actually is more than half of my population in this rebellion. That's kind of funny. But what I want to do is go to war, but I'm just waiting for parliament. It should be soon. 7 months, okay. But I kind of want to just wrap this war up, but don't actually like end the war or anything like that. Although it is wasting a lot of my manpower to sort it out. But what is what it is. Yeah, I've already killed 100,000 basically of my own population. But we're going to be ready to invade here. And the idea is that we're going to snag at least these 2 people. So my plan is take a bunch of Sunni land and then somehow sort out some sort of civil war back at home, maybe. It's kind of vague as far as what the plan is. Maybe the play too would be convert back at home. I just got to sort out how we're going to get Sunni as 40%. That's basically where we're at right now. We just got to sort that out. Whatever it takes, we just got to get it done. So I'm thinking civil war could be on the table. I could annex the Revolter. Just like, should I? Maybe I should annex the Revolter and then rely on a civil war. Because the civil war might be the way. I think we can just annex this Revolter and then 10 million people, by the way. But then the idea would just be we need a civil war because we need to get majority Sunni. So I'm thinking we somehow piss off the nobility, which I don't really know how to do without, like, I don't want to take away privilege because that would be like a billion stability. But I need to figure out a way to piss off the nobility, which maybe I could just spam stuff that's not noble in the parliament. I've never like actively tried to get a civil war like this, so it's kind of funny. I'm like, how do I normally get civil wars on accident? I don't know. So we'll call parliament. I think we're going to promote integration, but I need to piss off the nobility. So like anything that isn't nobility, I should just grab. But I don't really want to change policy. Like, I mean, what do they want me to do? Rights of the burghers? Like, I mean, I could fix that later, I guess. But it's kind of a lot of money I'd be losing. I'd rather not do that. I mean, 9% might be enough to get a civil war. How do I upset them, like, in the short term? I don't know. I could get parliament taxes, but I need to get a claim, too. Yeah, that's more important. I got to get a claim on Ormus here. But the goal would be that by the time the war is over, I would get a civil war in the perfect world. But the plan is just, go about taking as much Sunni land as we can here. And then have a civil war, lose most of our land, be able to switch to Sunni, and then we'll just call in Bohemia, clean up the civil war, and we're chilling. Simple as that, I hope. But they're not really that mad. Like, what's wrong with these people? I'm just like, they're not putting in the work. I don't know. I guess the negative stability would be helpful here too. So I guess I can change the policy. I don't really want to change the rights of the burghers, but it's not about what I want, right? So I did every single parliament agenda, and then we would just request additional taxes, and definitely tax these people to the max. I actually don't even get money from them right now because they're at 0. That has to be enough to get a civil war, right? It just seems like they're not even that mad. Like 0.35 a month, they should be fuming. What is wrong with these people? I don't understand. They also have like a lot of power, I thought. Yeah, they have 40. Like, why aren't they mad? Why? How do I convince them that they should be mad? 4 locations you're going to revolt in? What are we talking about? I feel like Paradox is watching me. There's no way this should be happening. I have the 0%, and the best I can get is 4 locations to revolt. That better switch on the month tick or something, right? No, it's not even the month tick, man. 6 locations. What can I do? I like, how can I make them more upset? This is ridiculous. It's just so weird. The one time that I want to get a civil war to happen, they just won't, as if they know. Makes 0 sense why they are not mad. I've never had this experience of trying to get the nobility to revolt and it not. Well, for one, I've never tried to intentionally get the nobility to revolt, but for 2, I can't believe it's not working. Also, I'm failing to steal maps, which is sad. I need to be better at the video game. But yeah, we're just gonna go get some Sunni land, and then hopefully the rest will fall into place. I need food access from the Timurids, probably. I just want to be able to recruit my guys there. It's probably winter, though. Yeah, of course it's winter. It's only winter. Winter is eternal. It's kind of a lot of people down here, and we keep losing. Having a weirdly difficult time getting the nobility to revolt, and I keep losing battles somehow. Embarrassing. Probably because I don't have morale when I walk into a battle. These guys are kind of tryhards. Listen, I don't want to be here as much as you don't want to be here, but I have to have your people for a minute. You can even have them back later. I don't even need them forever, okay? I just need to be able to convince my nation that we're Sunni. Yeah, this is a struggle. It's a weird scenario when you're like, man, my nation is not as upset as I need them to be. The only time I've ever had this happen is when I'm actively trying to get them to be upset too. Every other time, no worries, they were upset. But today, so let's start with peace, just trying to get some Sunni population up here. And then we'll, we're just going through and taking out the secondary targets first. Oh, the Jailbirds are in the war. I didn't even know that. I should have known that because these guys were in the war, but I just didn't connect that they bring in their overlord, of course. But that's good. Okay, can we start with peace and add some people to the fold? Yes. Okay, so we're just going to take some more Sunni land. So now we just need to go down and deal with this last person. But unfortunately, our plan isn't really working because we wanted to go Sunni with a civil war, but we can't get a civil war to trigger because the nobility have no backbone, which is unlucky. I don't really know why, by the way. Like, they have plenty of power. I got them down to 1% loyalty. It's just not enough. And I don't know what more yet could do to make them upset. Let's take a look at our religion, though. 8%, man. Not even close. I think those rebels will come back, but they don't seem to want to come back in full force. Not quite. How come this land is not mad? And can we fix it? I mean, they seem mad. They just revolt so slow. I think what I should do is just cancel everything I'm doing with the cabinet and start converting to Lutheran, basically. Just trying to do anything I can to make it so Sunni is the majority. But hindsight says I should have done this a lot differently. But I'll know for future runs, so that's, I guess, good too. But I shouldn't have conquered India until I was Sunni. The hindsight is fairly easy to say, right? I need another rebellion down here, which will happen in time. But in time is actually like 10 years. I think the whole civil war thing's not going to work because I can't get a civil war apparently, or I just can't in a reasonable time frame. I thought like early game, it seems like you can get civil wars so fast, but I don't know. I'm really actually curious like why that's the case. We'll just end the war there, taking a bit of land from those guys. I want to say that I'm more than 10% Sunni now. Let's dream, right? It's got to be at least 10% at this point. Come on, then month tick. So maybe the month tick it'll like recalculate and I'll be above 10% at least, right? Huge. 11%. We see like a lot of rebels or something. Civil wars aren't really popping up fast enough. But I don't even know if it would be enough either. It's really hard to say. I need 40% to swap. I'm only at 11. I'm optimistic that we will be able to convert to Sunni. I'm sure we can. Yeah, we'll just do whatever it takes to get the job done, right? It's just what it is. I just realized my stability is going to take a huge hit when I switch religions, so I probably need to pay for that. But right now, I'm just waiting for these rebels to pop up. But before they do, I'm going to probably make subjects or something. Right to the clergy. Will this help me? Am I saved? Not really. Well, actually, the pop conversion speed is nice. Just try my best to help everyone convert or help some people convert. If we become more separated between Catholic and Lutheran, it is good overall for me. And then once these rebels come out, they'll be like a majority of the land will go to the rebels for the short term. Can't really get there though. That's one issue, but we'll figure that out, I'm sure. Oh, wait, France wants an alliance? Sure. You can't say no to France, right? He must be impressed with whatever I'm doing, He's like, I need to ally that guy. He knows what he's doing. He's clowning in India. I like that. But yeah, how am I going to get over to my land? Ooh, belligerent though. That's what we need. War score cost. But How am I to get over to my land? Not really sure. Could try to improve relations, I guess, but that's not really gonna happen probably. I mean, I guess I could just go to war if I have to get through, but that's like awkward. I need to go after the jailers, I guess, so I can become more Sunni. Do I need to deal with this rebellion first? I really can't anyways, so I guess not. Future me will figure it out. It's a good thing to lose a lot of this land anyways, though, so I think if we just theoretically conquer enough of these guys, we should be good to go Sunni. Hopefully. This whole Delhi thing has been worse than it could have been, I guess. I didn't play it well. Anyhow, let's go to war with the jailers. Looks good to me. Oh, I can get my other land now. I don't know why. I'll take it, though. I need to deal with that rebellion. I called them the Timurids, I guess. The rebellion's actually kind of huge, so I don't know that one stack of guys will be enough, but we can hope. The rebellion's 162k, which is fine. Just running into assaulting all these forts, though. I'm still in the Protestant League. I wonder if... I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm like, I wonder if it would break the game if you, like, declared the war and then switched religions mid-war. Could you make the HRE, like, Sunni or something? The rebellion I don't really want to put down super fast, but I want to make sure they don't, like, win or anything. Raise my levies is probably good here for military balance. Maybe even calling in Bohemia. Apparently they have 5 million population. I'm hoping this is enough to go Sunni. I also want to try this religious superiority war and see if I can force the HRE Sunni. But I guess if he gets my allies, so I probably shouldn't try to do that. I'm just curious if it would work. One thing I was curious about is, how do you make the HRE Hussite, for example? I think it's possible, though. I just wonder if it has to do with the League War. I'm such a failure getting maps here. My spy just keeps getting caught. I think I need to see to the right and down. Play the minigame where you try to get the white to show up where you want it to. There it is. How much longer can these guys keep assaulting with only 11,000 guys? I really hate the fracture thing. It's like, man, I can't see that land. What do you want me to do? I can't take it. I don't know how much land they even have down there. Can I just take enough land now? I don't want to have to go down there, man. Bit of a weird peace deal here, but we have to not fracture them, and then hopefully this is enough Sunni land, or at least hopefully it moves the needle enough that it'll be more possible. I guess I could sneak in maybe like a location or two more. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm just sneaking in a few less locations. I'm hoping we have a ton of Sunni land, and we're going to be able to swap to Sunni. The dream. Let's check our religion, though, see how we're doing after that war. I hope it's enough. I kind of feel like it won't be, though. It's close. It wasn't enough. I can't create subjects of war, so it's like, well, what am I going to do then? I wish I made more subjects before I declared the war, or something. But it's like, I'm close. 32%. I don't know what I can do. I should have released subjects. I mean, maybe they'll revolt again. I don't know. But yeah, this is an issue. It's like, what can we do? Can I feed my subjects land during war? I don't think so, no. It's like, I want this rebellion to keep going, but I can't release the subjects I need to. But it's almost like I'm going to have to get that rebellion to trigger again, maybe. I don't really see another way around this. We just have to end this rebellion and then get it to trigger again. There we go, Annex Revolter. Yeah, the issue is I need to make subjects now. So basically, I need those rebels to pop up again, whatever those rebels were. I need more subjects, though. I just need to get rid of more Catholic land. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but right now my religion's going to be scuffed because this. Maybe there's other rebellions, too, that would help. I wish they were more upset. Maybe I could get there, like, if I make the nobility upset, or, like, tax people more, or I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to make people mad when you're trying to. Such a weird thing. Usually I struggle with rebels. This campaign I'm struggling to get rebels. What a weird thing. I really hope that I'm done with all this nonsense by the next stage. That's the goal. Honestly, I think I might just get rid of the land after I'm able to go Sunni. I think that's fine. It's just a means to an end. Maybe if I tax my people more, it'll make people more likely to revolt faster. Bellico support's great too. Do need to hit max belligerent to reach that max war score cost we're going for. I do think this will be the absolute most war score cost reduction you can stack currently. Oh god. A subject just got declared on. What? Oh good. Both my allies break with me too. I just don't want my alliances to break with everyone for that. It's kind of unfortunate. I don't know why they both declined to fight in a winning war. He just wants money. I lose both my alliances for 7k ducats. Incredible. It's weird that he declared on my subject, but then just wanted money. It feels like it's going to take years and years to get those rebels to go at this rate. What if there's anything I can do to speed that along? Like, how can I make the people more upset? I could tax the clergy. It's just such a weird issue. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you're trying to get rebels and you're like, how do I do that? Like, is it my peasants are too happy? Like, what can I do about that? I guess I could maybe take away their privileges. I think it's probably, they probably don't have a lot of control, right? I could just, like, yoink them. Like, I think that might work. I think if the peasants are mad, then maybe the nation will be more likely to revolt. That'll help too. But if I yoink those 2 privileges away, that should help because I'll be at 0 peasant satisfaction. I wonder if I can get my alliances back at all. Not that I need them. I just wanted them as a kind of defensive option. Right now, I don't really even care about Europe that much. Other than, like, you know, Vienna's nice, I guess. What if I tolerate a culture and then untolerate? If they would be mad. 50 stab to do that. I thought, like, I'm not doing that. It's way too much. Raj declared on me. Who are you? Why did he declare on me? Did I figure out the secret OP trick where you have no levies to recruit, so they declare on you? And you get free wars? I mean, Vijayanagar will be there, but it seems like a meh war. I think they also declared on the Catholic League, too. Like, not that that matters, but it's funny. Or not the Catholic League, but the Protestant League. I'm also just don't understand why the AA wants to do this. A lot of different rebellions that hopefully will show up. And they're just being randomly warred on by Vijayanagar and company. Oh my. That's a death stack if I've seen one, and it doesn't matter. They're still going to lose levies, man. And then they just send another 16,000 in today. And another 22,000 in today. I'll say Vijayanagar has an impressive amount of people to sacrifice. And sacrifice he is. Also 159k already. But yeah, that's an impressive amount of levies, I will admit. I think mostly none of this land matters, though. Yeah, none of this is needed. Need to be on the ball. Stealing maps, too. I'm not paying for diplo spending, so I hardly ever get diplomats. This is a slaughter. They're going to call me up on human rights. And then they just seem to, like, not make it in time, and then I don't know how, but they just sacrifice all their guys like this. 21,000, another 21,000. They just instantly die, I guess. Just like there's 50,000 extra guys at the end of the battle that tried to reinforce but just instantly die. At least it gives me something to do while I wait for the rebels. I guess that's the positive. I guess I'll just wipe peace here. I really don't want anything here. Just don't want to be here. We killed like a couple 100,000 of their troops, though. Mostly Vijayanagar. But we'll be on our way. Kind of just waiting for rebels, though. Fortunately, it's going to take years and years at this rate. I'm thinking to, like, next parliament, I got to get rid of the secret police because it's hurting me. It's slung me down so much. I have too much tolerance, too. Suppose we'll max taxes and hope that people will be more upset than they currently are, which does not seem to be working in any reasonable fashion. The more you want rebels, the less that you'll get them. I was just thinking, what if I made a subject and then gave away all the land to that subject and then declared war on my own subject? Could work, theoretically. I think it's the play. So we just create a subject and then give them all of India and then murder them. But it'll be maybe aggressive. I feel like a normal vassal over here. I think the main idea is just you need to make them disloyal. Then we can get the disloyal subject CB. I think enforced culture should make them pretty mad. In 2 months when we can, we get a disloyal subject CB, give them all the land, and then, you know, we can put them out of their misery and such. You know, we'll keep like 2 locations over here, or 3 locations is probably fine. I don't think this could backfire, but yeah, disloyal subject CB here goes through. We can get this all kicked off, I think. Dishonored Alliance. I didn't see the button. It's not my fault, man. Maybe if they put the button somewhere I could see it. I didn't even know that they called me into a war. I should probably do something with my money, but I'm lazy. I need to steal maps here too. To the right, this way, yeah. I also need maps up north. That should be good. Oh no, it's cursed now. Maybe I didn't want to see maps. They're invading me. Okay, so we got our claim ready to go. We're just gonna move our troops over here. And the plan is just give that guy all of my land and go Sunni. So I'm just giving away the land down here to my subject. So that's I'm hoping that we can swap to Sunni, the dream. Negative 11 million people. Come on, game. No. All right, well, we'll have to get rid of some Catholic land. If I do this again, I have an idea of what I could do better. God forbid I do it again. Okay, let's see them on second, see where we're looking. So a few more subjects. This is so wasteful to do this. Feels bad to make subjects like this. I doubt I can even hold on to these subjects at some point. I might just have to abandon them. Give Hungary his land back. I mean, I could just move to India, I guess. Start a new life. I kind of already live here. That's got to be enough, right? Yeah, we can switch to Sunni now. That was not so simple. Yikes. Okay, well, I want to test something for science, and then I'll go back to the save. My idea is that I want to start the League War and then switch religions in the middle of the war and see what happens. Oh, wait, this situation's gone. Never mind. Forget it. I wanted to try that, but I guess I'm not the leader of the League anymore or something like that. I don't understand. Why don't I see the situation? Even if I wasn't the leader, it still doesn't make sense why I don't see the situation. The game knew what I was trying to do. All right, let's go Sunni. Negative 67 stability. Great. I wonder how much antagonism you get for this. I got to cancel my subject here, and then we'll see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and cancel vassal. I can't go to war. Yikes. That's not good. Can I pilgrimage for some stability? I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't play this religion. I have no idea what it does. I need stability like right now. I think I just want to get rid of all this land. I don't want it at all. I'm just going to give it away to a subject and then cancel that subject. I can't see that being a bad thing in any way, right? Not immediately. It's not immediately obvious why that would be a bad idea, but maybe I'll figure something out. So, like, is it a bad idea to just get rid of all the land that would revolt anyways? I don't really want it for any reason. I think we just get rid of it. Yeah, I'm just going to give this subject all this land and then get rid of it. What is this? Why can't I give it away? Yeah, so I'm just getting rid of all this garbage. Okay, so I just gave away all that land I didn't want, and I'm just going to cancel those subjects. Not my problem anymore. Good luck. You guys will do great. I kind of screwed this up because I'm supposed to use this disloyal subject CB, but now I don't have enough stability to use it. And they're probably going to get murdered by somebody else. We only are part of the Protestant Union. Yeah, the months like I shouldn't have as many rebels. I have the Dhimmi now. That's interesting. I usually don't play this religion. That's why I'm like, oh, this is it's interesting stuff here. Ooh, max RGO size is pretty neat. I wonder how good this is too. Is it worth the tax efficiency loss to take the prosperity? Probably not, but seems like maybe it could be. So I just gotta wait like a year and a half probably to go to this war. Not really sure what to do with my cabinet right now. Doesn't really matter, I guess. I'll probably be integrating in a bit, but I just hope no one else goes to war with my subject, or my independent subject, I should say. So far, so good. I just should have calculated my stability a little better too. There we go. Disloyal subject CV here. I wonder how aggressive this is going to be. To have so many levies. You hate to have to put down your own people, but sometimes you have to do it. I think I've done it a lot this campaign. Just murdering these people on cooldown. They have enough forts though. That's why this is easy. You know, it's nice. But it should be super cheap to take their land, I think. Yeah, it'll be like not much force score. The antagonism is going to be real though. So I'm going to annex my subject or former subject, but I'm going to get antagonism still with some people, which isn't great. You can't win them all. So we're basically back to square one now, except we're Sunni. Progress is progress. So we're like halfway to forming Delhi now. Could argue it more than halfway because it was such a big part of it to change our religion. But regardless, probably wait for Parliament to go to war, which is coming up right now. And I think we'll have to go to war with this next person too. After that, I think we're Delhi. And Delhi is actually seems really, really strong. Never played Delhi in any shape or form though, to be honest. I just know that they had war score costs in their ideas. I need to actually swap back to Lutheran eventually, and we'll have to just figure out what that looks like. We're putting in the work to max our war score costs, okay? But I think this will be the highest possible war score cost you could stack. I guess I'm losing quite a bit of money. Stability and Diplo spending. I don't really need Diplo spending, I guess. Yeah, look at the tolerance of heathens again. That's so good. Do you get to keep the research if you... I don't think you do. Like if you researched it and then swap religions. That's insanity. Sunni can get +3 tolerance of heathens is absolutely correct. I'm just looking at this cracked religion. I'm impressed. I won't be Sunni forever or even that long, I think. So I don't know if it's worth setting up my estates necessarily. Okay, we got our parliament and we just need to get some claims. So yes, let's go and just declare this war. And we're going to co-belligerate these guys down here. Looks good to me. There's no forts in their land, which is kind of annoying, but you can't win them all, right? But I should probably turn my refill garrison on. Yeah, so I'm just going to need a bit more land here, and then we can change our culture easily, I'm sure. I feel like the rest of the strategy was like relatively calm, and like doing all this is like really destabilizing to your country. Trying to farm Delhi. Just because of the religion thing mostly, but also because we have to change our culture, and that's never easy. They took a bad fight here. That should be okay, maybe. Our line's breaking. Problem is we don't really have a lot of manpower. We have a lot of manpower, but not relative to the amount of guys that they have, right? It's not ideal that they have this lane with no forts. They have an unreasonable amount of guys here. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't have the manpower at all to sustain this. I imagine the war will look something like fighting a bunch of battles until this guy will leave the war, and then at that point it's pretty much over. But I just have to try to preserve some manpower. I'm kind of just playing defensive, but I have no forts. Hindsight says I should have built forts before I declared. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I've killed 250,000 or so. Probably the way is just playing defensively, and then once we get all the other major threats out of the war, we'll start sieging. Yeah, I have 11,000 manpower left. That's so bad. Uh-oh. That's not worth the win there, I think. That's all my manpower. It's crazy he only gets a 0.16 from men losses, though. He's probably lost like 100,000 guys. They probably should up that a bit. Let me see if anyone else wants to leave the war. I don't really know if I care about Venice. So anyone else that wants to leave that's not important here, go ahead. Got the war goal. I still don't feel like pushing in because I might encounter the guy that has 335,000 guys. And I don't really want to do that. He'll leave the war soon. But yeah, otherwise I'm just kind of defending the war goal and playing it slow. But the thought process is if we win this war, which we should, then we should be Delhi. Just going through and integrating land here during the war. Not really sure what I plan to do with India after we form Delhi, though. Haven't really thought about it. Maybe we could just start sieging. It looks like the other guy that's scary isn't even here. Just start assaulting. I love the 100 garrison forts. They don't hurt much. Form new countries, see what we actually need. Okay, basically everything north of what we sieged so far, and including that fort behind us. I was going to steal maps and I forgot. Let's see if I still can. Yeah, I need maps of maybe this area. Yeah, that's helpful. I am starting to lose quite a few guys to the assaults. I did co-belligerate here, though, so I should be able to take whatever we need over here. Bronze cannons, huge. Why is this here? I feel like you get this event in EU4 in like 1460. Why is it here? I'm not sure. What I should do is just raise my levies for war balance, too. Yeah, some of this stuff is crazy high war score. Interesting. Let's just take what we can from the secondary target here. All of it is good for forming Delhi, I think. I am running out of troops hard, though. Apparently he still has 50,000. Why is that 117 war score? Yikes, I'm not gonna be able to take anything here. That's crazy. Tax base is 65. I wanted to be free, but it looks like I'm not gonna be free. So I have a couple more assaults we need to get done. I just want the land up here to be done with. Just one more fort, and we're in. I can't even get everything I want in the war, I think, though, because for some reason Delhi's like 70 war score. You guys got this, all right. So yeah, I killed most of my people assaulting, but we just have to sort out what we need for Delhi. We won't be able to take it all in this war, I think, though. I guess I'll just take Delhi and then try to find the cheapest land here. I don't even really know what that will be. Yeah, this all land is so expensive, but I guess I'll just take a couple things. Make sure we take Delhi, and then hopefully that, well, it won't be enough, but hopefully the next guy will be enough. Because we got Delhi, but yeah, the rest of the land seems insanely expensive. Tax base is just so high. Like, this tax base is wild. So how are we looking? 217. Certainly, we could just go to war with this other person to finish it off. I mean, they don't really seem like a pushover, though. They've 19 million people. What is this place, man? I'm not researching anything. That's okay. I think I've researched most stuff I want in the age anyways. I think I'm generally pretty happy with where we are coming to the age of absolutism. I think we just chill for a few years and take this easy war. I'm assuming that there's going to be 16 locations that we need here. So I think that's reasonable. We just got to wait for truces. Next parliament will be fine. So just hang out for a bit. I definitely haven't done a great job of building up my nation, but if I wanted to make a lot of money, I wouldn't have gone straight to India to try to farm Delhi. But I'm just looking at this truce. It's just about up. It looks like, oh, yeah, it is up now. So this should be the war that gets us to Delhi. And man, what a journey. Going Sunni and forming Delhi is not a simple feat, but an interesting one. I wonder if I can sneak some taxes through here. Yep, certainly. What's funny is the religion I am is not even close to what my majority is. I can't switch religions for a long time. Interesting. 10 more years before I can even switch religions. So I'm just going to take everything possible in this war and hope that it's enough to form Delhi. There's no way I'm one profit short. That's so sad. There's a nice location here. We can probably grab next parliament. It looks like this parliament is not going to get it done. I'll just have to wait a bit for that. No big deal. In the meantime, I could probably boost my stability. I do want to eventually get rid of my subjects for the age of absolutism, but I'm over my subject capacity. I could start annexing some of them, though. So I'm going to call a parliament. Go ahead and get a claim over here. Should be a quick war. Get some taxes as well. So quick war with this OPM here. Just going to grab this one location and should be good. I need a bit of prestige to accept a culture. So I'm going to up my cultural investment for a bit. And we got warred with. Shouldn't be a big deal. I'm just going to play this war defensively. Holy, there's a lot of guys. I will win those, though. 49,000 losses to them. Good. I got plenty of forts who can just play hard defense. They have a lot of guys, so this could be a little bit difficult. Unfortunately, they're kind of above me, too. I don't have much manpower either. You know, 0, actually. Nice battle here, maybe. All right, yeah, we win those. Could raise all levies. I'm not really sure I have much control down here to even get many levies, though. But we could use any help we could get. Pretty rough war, but I need to retreat here. Disadvantaged terrain. Already got a manpower quickly here. Killed 185k, though. I think he's going to run out of troops. What I actually want to do here is accept his culture, because I can actually move my capital. And on the month, I think they should core some stuff, too. Yeah, we can move our capital. What I'm going to do, though, is just pretend I don't make money, so it's cheaper, just for like a month. Hopefully win this battle. It's kind of close. Yeah, we're looking good. They just have so many guys. It's kind of rough. So let's move my capital down here, and then turn my money back on. And tragically, I forgot I did this and just left my money off for like a couple months and lost a couple thousand ducats. It happens, all right? It's not a big deal. Didn't really save me any money, though. So in the war here, take a little bit of money. I just want to be out of here. So capital is going to be moved in just a little bit here. Okay, so move my capital. What I'm actually going to do is probably build some vice royalties over here in Europe because, you know, my capital just moved. But I figure if I build a bunch of these, it could be helpful because I'm going to struggle with control. So we'll just build where we can. We're also going to switch our culture, so we're going to lose these. So we're just going to queue those up. And then we're going to go ahead and change our culture here. Let's go ahead and accept this culture here. And then we can form into Delhi. And the reason we wanted to form into Delhi in the first place, well, the big one is the war score cost, of course. But they also have some other good stuff, too. Diplo rep bonus, culture capacity, culture tradition. This monthly inflation bonus seems pretty insane for the second age. They also have negative antagonism and speed of integration. So really, Delhi just is pretty solid. Let's go and inform them. Moves my capital to Delhi, which is fine. Next thing on the agenda is really going Lutheran, which is going to take some time. We can't switch religions until next year, looks like. I'm going to keep the war score costs and the Diplo rep. I'll grab my speed of integration and antagonism received as well. It's going to be useful. This is strange. A Delhi event, I guess. 20% of my slaves will be promoted to peasants. Sure. Why not? I'm allied to France. Should be helpful. We do have a bit of a financial issue here. Might go into a little bit of debt. It's not a huge deal, though. Cost of core is just a bit expensive right now. Our nation's going through some stuff, too. Look at my great power now. So my war score cost is looking really good for the middle hegemon. Probably because we're getting a lot of control down here in Delhi. A much needed tax season is here. I didn't really make that much money. I just need to recoup my legitimacy. The age of absolutism is here, though. I'm going to try the mill focus on this age. I really haven't done before. It has infantry power, though, and that could be good, as well as manpower. So I've got to let my stability recover before we consider doing any sort of religion swap. Court and country right now would not be ideal, but it's probably going to happen. It's kind of the hard times. Could probably accept another Indian culture here, though. Court and country, that's just not good. That's not what we need in our lives. We'll go with the bottom option so we don't lose so much stability, but it's going to cost us all our money. Kind of going to have a tough time just holding the nation together for a bit. I want to go towards absolutism, but I don't know if I really can right now. Nation's kind of in shambles. Losing 100 legitimacy is really a disaster. Acquired 6,000 debt real fast. Can't really sustain this negative stability. Finally, it's Parliament. Needing that money for a while. I'm turning my stability for a bit. Slowly annexing people, but yeah, it's going to take a while. Get a debt. I guess I have the bubonic plague. Really is the hard times. Still need to go Lutheran, but that seems really hard right now. Not sure if that's something I want to handle right now. Probably not, but I'm like, I need to stabilize the nation soon. Let's try to rebuild my nation in Delhi, and unfortunately my capital is literally surrounded by somebody else, so it's not ideal right now. Struggling right now to hold my nation together. I basically can't pay for stability right now, but I need to. Well, that's tough. I'm trying to annex my subjects that are going to cause me issues, but yeah, it's all just problematic. I need to go Lutheran, which is also problematic. Maybe it's better to just go Lutheran, get that done with, but I got to delete all my forts, so I'm going to give all my land to subject. What I'm going to do is create a subject, and then do the whole disloyal subject thing. I'll just enforce religion, that'll make them mad. And then we'll create a disloyal subject CB in a minute. We'll bounce back from all this, though, I'm sure. Well, I hope. Grab my disloyal subject CB. The plan is to swap Lutheran, but it's going to be really painful. I'm looking forward to it, but you got to do it. I figured better just to get it done with. Kind of just need to survive court and country, though, and then survive this whole religion swap, and hopefully things will be looking good. Can accept this other culture now, too, which is helpful. Actually, I have quite the culture capacity right now. So hopefully just a few years, and we can go get our religion swapped. I got another 10 years to go with court and country, and then soon I'm going to go Lutheran, and all that fun that provides. France wants an alliance? Sure. My old neighbor in France, he doesn't know that I've abandoned Europe. All right, we have positive stability. It is time to give away all my land and go Lutheran. This will be extremely painful. I'm just going to go ahead and give all my land away to this subject here that we have disloyal subject CB with. Of course, I'll keep our capital. It's very unfortunate you have to do this. Okay, so on the month tick, should be able to just cancel my subject now. Cancel fiefdom status. So now that we've done that, I'm going to change to Lutheran for 50 stability. We love to see it. We have to do that for the war score cost. And then we need to get our land back. So declare war, disloyal subject. I'm going to call in France just for war balance. So this war is nice and quick. I only needed a little bit of war score because disloyal subject CB. And then, you can see it only cost me 18 war score to take all the land. Nice and quick. How's our control look? Terrible. Yeah, we lost all our control for that. What do you do? Can't win them all. I don't have to reintegrate, though. That's the good news. Bad news is that my economy is in shambles. I don't lose that much money. In fact, if I try and fight up with spending for a little bit, we'll be okay. Yeah, we just need to recover from all this nonsense. We should be okay. Weather the storm, so to speak. On good side, we have really good tolerance. There's some privileges I could grant out, but I just don't know if I have the money right now to do it. Probably not. Eventually, I want to go centralization, but that's a far off dream at this point. I just need to start annexing, though, and get the ball rolling. I'm glad I'm doing the Lutheran thing now. Mostly because I'm thinking that once court and country is done, the pain from Lutheran will also be kind of done at that point. And then our nation will be ready to actually go to war and stuff like that. We're 14 of 20 years into this disaster, though. France-Brick Alliance. France, I need you. Don't do this. Oh, because I got more antagonism when I retook my nation. I'd like the hard times to be over. The hard times never end over here. Looks like I check Delhi for capital buildings, though. I really want to build barracks, but they cost money. I don't do that here. Yet. Keyword yet. I'm almost free from court and country. It'll be a happy day. Nation's on the comeback. I suppose I could grab the scientific revolution, even though it's a little destabilizing. I just want to get rolling on that. Integrated area will be a blessing. Freedom from court and country. Feels good. Our nation can start to recover. I'm trying to start annexing my subjects more and more. So said eventually going central seems like it'd be good. We're kind of just trying to get our nation recovered, though. It's kind of a funny scenario. This guy can deal with his rebels because I cut him off. I'm just kind of slowly recovering. This isn't going great. Hey, but a little bit towards belligerent is good. I'd like to get the other institutions, but it's just not a good time, right? A new government reform. Hopefully this will fix all my problems. 10 tax efficiency actually might fix some problems. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the 10 tax efficiency. Kind of been looking through, but that seems like the best option here. If I request taxes, I can actually pay stability. Because I want the institutions, I just can't. It's probably worth grabbing the other institutions. I just have been hesitating because stability. Stability has been a killer. Mostly because I had to lose 100 stability to stuff. Let's take the hit and get the other institution as well. Slowly getting rid of subjects. We're getting it together. Extra cadence would be nice here in the age. It's also the 10 more score cost here. would be huge. We do have integrate area available now. I think that's actually new. They took away the regular integrate thing. You can only integrate area. Interesting. New lines offer down here. Could be a nice lines. We need to build up some empire buildings down here at some point. I want to get a claim down here. Actually, every conquest available because he has one of my cores, I guess. I'm going to get a claim on Punjab down here. I haven't really built up my army in like 100 years, though. My army's really not that strong. Maybe my new friend could help. I need to build up more manpower buildings, I think. Bellico support's great. Just a little bit of ways from the game. Ooh, double Bellico support. I didn't realize that this parliament issue gives 0.5 towards belligerent. I had no idea. That's what it is. Let's push belligerent then, right now. Maybe go to war? I was going to declare war, but I got called into a war. I probably don't need to pay for stability anymore. I just need to get my manpower going and probably research the new soldiers for this age. Musketeers would be pretty good. We're going to research through, though. I maybe could go to this war. I just haven't gotten any stronger. It's kind of a concern. I'd be more comfortable if this guy helped. I need to keep my eye out for that debate, though. That's really good. We're almost done with belligerent. I need to start scaling my nation a little bit. I'm wondering if it's best to wait to go to this war until I'm a little stronger. I just haven't gotten any stronger militarily in years and really ages. Extra cabinet seat. For right now, I'm not even really needing the cabinet. I guess I could be assimilating. Considering this war, it just kind of seems a little sus. Probably best to just build up my nation for a bit, even though I want to go to that war. I'm sure there's new manpower buildings and stuff in the H2 I need to get sorted. I'm impatient, though. I want to go now. I can grab my religious aspect for the war score cost, which is justified conflicts. It gives a trend towards belligerent, too, so maybe that'll be helpful if I find that debate again. My war score cost probably is pretty correct. Just trying to spam barracks here, though. See if I can be a bit stronger. I kind of have to just embrace that now I live in India. I'm really tempted to just go to war. At the same time, I'm like, I probably should just be patient, but I don't like being patient. I'm going to start annexing subjects, trying to prepare my army for this age. Having to rebuild my manpower base in India is just pretty time consuming, but we'll get there. We're just chill until we get new troops, though. I'm out of weaponry, which is not surprising. In the Delhi market, because I've been building so many manpower buildings. We got more war score costs for our tech. Down to 11 subjects, so we're getting there. I want to get rid of them. I'm going to go for raised noble-sponsored mercenaries. And in this campaign, we learned that does something good. But I do need to go to a war to make it work. What random war can I declare? I get to claim an Ormus here, I guess. It's like random, but it's like I want to get that belligerent maxed. Because it'll go up when I'm at war. Not planning to actually do anything in this war, though. Speaking of things I should do, forts are going to be needed. Lots of forts. Should like border my nation with forts. They're kind of low-level forts, though, so. But either way, I'm like, I should just build a ton of these. That way they just can't walk in for free. Just build like a border of forts everywhere. There we go. I got belligerent to max, so that's good. I think if I just raise levies, my military balance will be insane, and then I can just end the war. I was trying to push belligerent, which I did successfully do. So yeah, quick white piece. I'm happy with that one. I mean, pretty much all my war score is acquired, besides the great power one, which, yeah, we could work on. We just need to expand, really. Other than that, we're looking good. I also have musketeers unlocked. That's what I've been kind of preparing for. Good bit of manpower saved up. 6 subjects to go, not bad. That'll be free. I don't want to pay for diplo spending anymore. It's really expensive. Because the musketeers unlocked, I'm going to just upgrade. Oh, I can join the Protestant League. Sure. But I'm almost ready to go to this war here. I got warred on, and it's kind of frustrating because it's going to coalition war. And I'm at war with the same person 4 times. Big battle here, but I doubt it'll be that hard. Holy, that's a lot of guys. They lost 157k in that battle. I mean, that hurts my manpower, no doubt, but they have a lot of guys, that's for sure. Yeah, I just offer money here. Like, it's wasting my time. It's a coalition war. Even if I go into debt, it's like, whatever. Unfortunately, coalition war CV is what it is. But yeah, I need to be able to actually take land in the war, or it's not very useful to me. But we can fabricate a claim. Oh, we are doing that. And we can go declare, like, a real war in a minute. So there's one law I meant to change back in Parliament a long time ago. And I'm kind of trolling. It was rights of the burghers that I had to change for one of my parliaments to go through. I totally forgot about it. Not gonna lie. It's a lot of money I could have been making, so yeah, a little bit unlucky there. Make sure we can go to war, though, and on our terms. I really just need to land right my capital. It's a travesty, right? And I need to finish off my subjects, really. 2 more to go, and then, or 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and declare this war. I'm tempted to co-belligerate people, but maybe I shouldn't. Oh, I actually can't co-belligerate. It's coalition. Well, I'll roll. I'll just declare the war. I'll call him my buddy. Could be hard, though. I don't know. They had like 1 billion guys last time. But this is a war we need. I need land around my capital. Desperately. Uh-oh, they're going for me there. Yeah, that seems bad for them. Seems bad for them. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong battle. 104k loss for them, but I still did lose 16,000. I did want to go defend this, but I ended up trying to reinforce the battle. But yeah, we're just going to assault where we can. They have so many guys, though. Some nice battles here. Yeah, just war isn't going to be exactly free. Making a little progress in this war, but it is going to be a long one. Let me make sure I have refill garrison on, too. I probably don't, yeah. Yeah, big battle there. There's just so many people in this war. This guy just refuses to go down without a fight, which is fair. But, you know, it's all over for him. We're finally going to war again. The dream. I need to get some maps. I think I'm also going to debt. Not yet, but, you know, soon. Jeez, that's a lot of money. The way army costs. Yikes. It's okay. Future me recoups it. Plus, this war is going to be huge for me, right? We actually are winning pretty hard. Right now, I have negative 60% war score cost, which is good. But that doesn't include the county bonus, of course. Yeah, maps are a pain. I constantly start building a spy network and then forget I did that. And then it gets caught. And then so at the time I realize. Also, yes, I accidentally just spy networked my ally. Don't mind that. I could do a few more assaults, right? She'd like 2 more. Ooh, assaulting this might not be good with that stack. Let's get some reinforcements. That should be fine. Really need maps. It's just kind of a struggle. Like, who can I spy with? The second that I miss one siege, it's like a billion war score to take the land. Like, do I manually explore here? It's just kind of awkward. I want the land down here, but without maps, I really can't. So I don't know what it looks like. Oh, I shouldn't have done that battle. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Calculated. Probably not good for me to lose a bunch of guys there. I'm gonna run out of manpower if I do that. I kind of do want to be able to snake around, just in case. I don't have any plans to conquer in any particular direction, but I like the idea of having it as an option. 2 fractured is kind of a bitch. I don't have the maps to look at otherwise. Like, what am I supposed to do? They really need to do something about maps. I would also like if you could naturally discover the game like you do in EU4. That would be pretty nice. Just a little bit at least. Like, it's 1700 and I don't know anything about anything. And I don't know of any tricks to cheese it or anything like that, unfortunately. But let's try to steal some maps here. I think it's here we want. I hope. Slowing the war, secondary piece here. I didn't co-belligerate, so I don't get that great of a deal here, right? But that's fine. I'm imagining I'll be able to get a lot of this guy's land, though, because it's a reconquest war. And my war score cost is... It's okay. I really need the last bit, though, to finalize it, like the 10% from the hegemon. It's actually difficult to be a great power as a county. I possibly might have antagonism issues. Probably. It's okay. Future me will figure it out. I'm also in a lot of debt. What's a little debt? I'm going to be rich, right? Definitely had a lot of people to piece out in this war. I guess they want to drag out the war forever, too. I think they have really high war enthusiasm because military balance, probably. Oh, yeah. I can just sum my levies to solve that. I kind of think they should make it so you don't need to do that, but immediately he just lost 50% war score, or enthusiasm, basically. The game should just calculate that as, like, something you could have, rather than needing you to, like, show proof or something. I need to get some maps here. Next month I have what I need for it, though. Let's steal maps and see what we're looking at. So still maps on Malwa. Oh, wow, he's got a lot of land down here. Oh, I'm like, what do I have 200,000 guys? Right, the levies. Makes sense. I'm probably going to need more troops to assault here. That's a lot of forts. I need to get this other guy out of the war, but he's being stubborn. 2,000 ducats? Sure. Although I'm in quite a bit of debt, aren't I? Yeah, I have 125k. I have an endless loan cap. We'll pay it back after the war and stuff, right? I don't feel like I've ever had a will scale moment in this game, but will scale. I can piece out these guys. Fight piece. I mean, it all gets us closer. I didn't even know this guy was in the war. Should I greed and take his land for no reason in particular? It probably is a bad idea. I didn't co-belligerate him, so I don't know how much land I can take from him. But I feel like I'm being really greedy. I'm gonna get coalition by the entirety of India. I swear there's a bunch of new stuff in this patch that they didn't document, but you can only integrate area on this patch. I swear that wasn't a thing before. I'm almost certain of it. Like, they take away the other action, which makes sense to do. It's just like, why'd they put that in the patch notes? Oh, 3,000 ducats actually goes hard for me. You know, it's the hard times over here. I'm in 22k debt. What happened? It's okay. Tax season was born for this moment. That's why piecing out everyone else, and then, yeah, the war's over. I wonder if he has any money to solve my life problems. Okay, that's helpful. 7k ducats there. And then we get like 98 locations or something. That looks much better. I just got 16 million people that month, though. Integrated area is pretty nice, too. What I'm hoping is that war will give us the mill hegemon, more or less. Yeah, once we integrate all this land around us, things are going to be looking good, I hope. I might push down further into India, too. It's very possible we could accept other Indian cultures as well. Yeah, it's kind of nice down here. They're all in the same culture group. Well, a lot of them. And just accepting a bunch of different cultures, though. I have a lot of culture capacity, too, as Delhi. I think Delhi has, like, some specific bonus for that. All right, there we go. Military hegemon. We've reached the most possible war score you can get, I think. We should be able to take plenty of land. Question is, where do we want to do that? Our empire is very weird because of how we randomly have land in Europe and then India. Honestly, the control isn't bad for what it is. Like, it is completely disconnected from a capital. It's not even close. I wouldn't be opposed to conquering Vijayanagar. I think he has a lot of land. Adding a good 30 million people would be super ideal, right? If I could win, of course. I'm sure I probably could. Yeah, I think we just need to steal some maps before we worry about fighting Vijayanagar. Let's get some more maps. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm just ridiculously rich after taking that land. Build a bunch of roads. Why not? I really need to build more manpower buildings. My nation just transformed overnight, basically, though, into this nation that has money. So it's a weird experience for me. But I guess I could just mass fill barracks. Just need tons and tons of manpower always. My population, the graph is pretty hilarious. Right to the crown. What do we got here? I think figurehead position just looks too juicy. I don't put my guys in the crown anyways. Can't be bothered. Build a war college, I guess. It's like a unique building that gives a bunch of manpower. Something like that, yeah. I think I never researched the roads of this age either. I just remembered. Yeah, I totally forgot. Skill issue on my part. I was too busy getting the new units. Wow, I just become the number one great power, just like that. I went from number 12 to number 1 in one war. The Electorate of Delhi. I am an electorate, to be fair, okay? It is true. Just trying to get some maps up before we go and fight Vijayanagara. The plan is to threaten war, and then hopefully he declines. He's big and scary. He's going to decline. I hope, at least. I feel like he should. I think one more stack of guys would feel good, too. Get another 33 guys going. Musketeers, of course. All infantry to assault. They might just go to war with Vijayanagara here. I think that if I just threaten war, that would probably work. That's the hope, anyways. We'll see. They're pretty strong. I'd be surprised if they wouldn't. Oh, they'll accept it. The cowards. Plan B. Do we have some reconquest? I think we do. But I'd much rather use a reconquest CB. Yeah, who even is this? Why doesn't it tell you who it is when you hover the flag? Okay. Raja Vidar. Let's create a new subject then. They have reconquest, so yeah, that'll be much better. And I guess while we wait for those claims to happen, we can just get more maps. I'm happy with that. If I can find where I need to get maps. I wish I was smart enough to just know all of the locations. There it is, Arissa. Okay. Yeah, so we see Mouse Vijayanagara, I think. They've got quite a nice empire going for them. But we'll just build more and more armies, of course. You know, build more and more barracks. Well, just keep getting more and more guys, though. I'm starting to get a little bit of performance issues, too. But that's pretty normal for late game for me. Just a wee bit. It's playable. It's just a little bit slower. I'm so low on weapons at this market. I built so many manpower buildings. Mass build every workshop for weapons, okay? I think I just spent 20 or 30,000 on that. I have a ton of troops now. So we got our Reconquest CB on Vijayanagara, and we're just going to go into total war, and I think it shouldn't be that hard, honestly. I have so many troops, and I could recruit more. My manpower is doing well, too. I also need to make sure all my stacks are going to refill garrison. There's a lot of new ones. DA doesn't really know how to build professionals into late game. They're definitely going to improve on that, I'm sure. I took a bad battle here. Let's just throw all our guys into it to make it worse, you know? But hey, we did win. Oh, no. I should retreat, but Nah, we win those, right? Oh, my gosh. I mean, they lost more. I just don't have infinite manpower. Unfortunately, this is bad terrain for me to be fighting in. When they're losing so many guys. If I had to levy up, I could, but... Well, I'm out of manpower immediately. I don't really want to level up, but if we get desperate, we'll level up. They just have so many guys to throw into this grinder. I'm out of manpower so immediately. 454k that I've killed, but I've lost 257k in the process. So they will eventually run out of troops. Kind of just going to death stack now. Okay, I need to stop death stacking into bad terrain. Noted. They have the bad terrain this time. Let's go. This is probably like the majority of their troops that are left in the war anyways. These battles are huge though. 63k losses for them there. Good. They're putting up a fight though. I'll say that. I'm impressed. I swear this patch changed something in a good way. I don't know. Anyways, let's call Parliament, get some money. Make so much money during tax season now. Might be able to pay for stability. Good battle for us here. No, it started good, and then they got more guys in there. Oh, and then I'm throwing guys away. The classic. I think we just shift consolidate. I want to fight on defensive boards here too. Start playing a bit smarter. Okay, they're sending everything here. Okay, a big win. They lost 682k guys. I guess I could raise all my levies. I have 824k. Bit of a tough war. But again, I will say this guy's not a pushover. And that's pleasantly surprising, and I'm actually happy about it. Paradox W here. A late game war that was actually fun. Crazy. I think we're definitely going to see more of that in the future, boys. And I'm excited for it. I think they're running out of troops. So I need more manpower buildings, right? Just give me all of them. Yeah, I'm just going to build all the buildings. Mass build barracks. Upgrade my training fields. You know, everything we can do to get more manpower. Can't wait for the mass upgrade thing they're going to do in the next patch, too. That's going to be sweet. That's going to be pretty hype. Just saying, it's looking good. I'm excited. Got some infantry power and discipline I can grab here. This one here is not bad either. There's just so many nice researches that I have access to because I tag switch so many times. It's just funny to look at. I want to show you guys something here. It's interesting. I have 46 country bonuses at this point, which is absolutely nuts. We'd love to see it. It's going to take a long time to siege all these forts, but we'll get there. We're pushing in slowly. Come on, levies, be strong. They're not going to be strong. I mean, they're buying time for the real troops to get there. Yeah, we should win this. This is a big battle. They're trying to make making a bit of a counter push here, but I think this will be good to shut it down. They must be at over 1 million losses. Almost 991k. I lost so many guys too, though. Holy. We're depopulating India. I need some food access over here, I think, for my ally, that I can actually just replenish my troops here. I definitely lost a lot in this war, though. So far, it's been about a 4-year war. Shift, consolidate. We're just like, we don't have many troops left. Not a lot of manpower left either. They have 24k guys right now. That's it. We're just kind of assaulting down to Vijayanagara. It's a time-consuming process. I mean, it costs a lot of manpower too. It sucks when the forts are at 1,000 because you're going to take a good bit of losses when you sold those. But the 250 ones, you don't lose much. Unfortunately, someone else is trying to steal the war down here. What can you do? Kind of want to just parliament see this other person that's trying to steal my war. I don't have the manpower though, do I? Maybe, maybe not. I'm like, this guy's a jerk, steal my war. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to let him steal my war. I'll call him my ally even. Didn't have to be like this, but you tried to steal my war. I'm going to need to go home and actually let my guys replenish though. The old EU4 problem, right? Someone tries to steal your war and now you have to fight over sieges. I got a little bit of manpower to work with. We're literally fighting over Vijayanagar's land. Good battle here for us. Shit's ridiculous that I'm fighting over land. I'm getting a little bit of a call for peace. I could reduce inflation. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean, right? Reduce war exhaustion. So you two should have worked together to fight me. You shouldn't have fought each other. You fooled. Unified, you had a chance. And that's what's going to happen when the aliens invade us. We'll be fighting each other. Aliens come in and take all the glory. I'm trying to siege out all the stuff this guy stole, but it will be mine. This guy got all excited he's going to get free land. No, sir. You will not be getting free land. This is amazing. 23 war score. I might as well take some money as well. We have money war reps and 252 locations from Vijayanagar. It's nice that I can get max money and war reps out of these wars because my war score cost is insane. I'll show the war score cost here, but you can see it's ridiculously cheap. Also, county versus empire goes hard. I guess we should start integrating some of our land here. Integrate area is pretty handy though. And grab another religious aspect here. I guess I'll grab the proximity cost. That's probably fine. It's just 5 proximity costs. It's not crazy. Speaking of proximity costs, I should probably grab that. Because I can start exploring. It's like I need to be able to see things. I can accept this culture. It's a bit more expensive though, but you can't accept all Indian cultures, but I could accept a lot of them. Is using Parliament CB viable with the amount of war score costs I have? That'd be kind of interesting. This war is much faster than Vijayanagar. Much more of a pushover, which is handy. Though I use Parliament CB, so I doubt I'm going to be able to annex them. Just sieging a few more ports here, and then seeing what this Parliament CB can do for us. Probably not even worth. Oh my god. It's 17 war score to annex these guys with a Parliament CB. That's amazing. That is fantastic. Plus 18 million population there. We're at 104 million now. Not too bad. And maps are the worst. Can't see anything. I don't have the attention span to get a spy network apparently either. I just start spy networking and then I forget about it. Then the spy gets caught. I also need to build some military buildings. I guess though it's fine to just build up a little bit more. Should I have faith in auto explore? Think it'll work? Maybe I should have faith. I wonder what would be the most ideal formable. Probably Rome is the best formable in the game, right? I think we can just quickly put this guy down. Dude, they have a lot of 1,000 forts though. I forgot I was in a parliament. I should probably get claims on someone else or something. I don't know. Who else would I even want to murder? These guys, I guess. All right, let's make peace deal here, hopefully. Colonization this time, not the main target, right? Okay, no, we're good. I didn't end the main war goal. Okay, good, good, good. Can't get here, which is awkward because I don't have boats. Building boats is harder than conquering the world. You can't change my mind. I guess I need maps here. And I don't know, you have to click it in just the right spot or it doesn't work. There you go. It's very odd. But you gotta click the icon itself. Is that the trick? Okay, that seems consistent. New technique unlocked. Click the explore icon. Maybe icons are the way. I can't get over here. I wish I could. But there's like impassable terrain. What do you do? Like, what are boats? I don't know. I guess I'll just take what I can. I kind of want to take the land I can never get to instead of taking the other land though. Because, you know, I'll never have boats probably. So yeah, I'll just take what I can. I'll leave him with one location, make him happy. I don't see up here. I don't even know how much land he has up there. Maybe I'll just let him go. Yeah, I think I white peace because I didn't make this the main war target, and he has way more land than I thought. And I'll probably just want to make him the main target in a separate war. But yeah, we can just annex these guys. It's only 2 war score. I'll just do this war for now and then figure some stuff out later. I don't have maps over here, so it's like I'm like demotivated to go to war when I can't see things. So I'm like, okay, I gotta like try to steal maps with as many people as possible and try to explore, I guess, which I'm trying to do. I tried turning on auto explore too, but one thing about starting with the Timurids that's a huge advantage in World Conquest is that you can see so much more. Like if I tag into these guys right now, you can see like they can see like almost the whole world. It's like one weird advantage they have in World Conquest. But I can just try to go and explore everything. I don't really know if the AI like will do it like that. There's so much to explore. They really should add some sort of natural exploration like in EU4, I think. At least a little bit to make it less painful. Or, you know, like share maps would be cool too. I imagine we'll see a complete rework of exploration and colonization though. Probably in a major DLC. I'm trying to explore everything we can. Lack of vision is tough. But we can start building more armies, I suppose. Always infantry, of course. I can just send the boys in. If I just focus siege, I just like can't. Lack of vision is frustrating, of course. We're just gonna mostly just siege spam and not pay much attention to this war. And then hopefully get maps. Of course, some of my spies got cut. Dang it. I did suggest a feature that the devs responded to, that they might look at it doing it in the future, because I think Johan actually responded to it, is the ability to queue diplomats. Like the idea that like I would want to build a spy network over somewhere, but I don't have enough diplomats available, but I could queue it up. And so when I did have enough diplomats available, that it would automatically go, which I think would be good. But I think queued actions in general would be great. Like a queued siege, for example. Like, okay, once you finish this siege, queue up the next one, so to speak, right? Would be pretty cool. Some maps here would be good. I need more maps down below, I think, too. Actually, no, maybe I see all their land. I'd be happy if I did, and then it would just be a quick war. So I don't have that many forts. This method of assaulting forts is pretty efficient. I can full annex these guys, but for whatever reason, I couldn't click this button, which I don't understand why. Is it because it's trying to annex every target in the war, I guess? That seems kind of silly if it was doing that, though, right? I guess it is. At any rate, let's just annex these guys and be happy. Quick, easy war. Why do they do this to me? I don't want a tributary. How do I cancel it? All right, more troops. Stacks to 33. Can maybe get some maps finally. Question is, what maps do I prioritize? I guess farming Rome would be like reasonable. Maybe that's something I should do, and it wouldn't really take that long to do. So I can't think of a better formable, because you know, getting max control everywhere seems like it just has a lot of value. Vision is just very, very limiting right now. There's like no chance to threaten war, right? Let's just go for Parliament approved claims, and that'll be fine. Just like auto siege. Seems like I can kind of just auto siege. I would like if they added ACB in the Age of Absolutism that's like not quite imperialism, but maybe like something that's you know, a little bit better than Parliament. I think that would be pretty good quality of life. But I'm wondering if I can just like quickly end this war, because it's so cheap in warscore, right? Like I don't need to like piece out the coalition or anything. I just annex him. Yeah, I think we'll just make this war simple and just take the land we want right now. I mean, we don't have the warscore for it, but we will, like a couple warscore away. So we're just looking at maybe going to war with Egypt next. Just maybe thinking of Rome as a possible formable. I think there might be the best. Tier 4, that is. I feel like I need more manpower buildings all the time. You know what was weird? I didn't get the little ice age in this campaign, which I find weird. I wonder if it's even worth integrating at some point. Like, you know, you just... Probably not, right? Probably not. I think at some point I just would use my guys to rebel crackdown. It's probably still worth it for now, though. So yeah, Egypt could be next. Seems reasonable. I guess my stab is a little bit low. I don't know why. Probably clicked something I didn't mean to or something like that. But I'm trying to see if I can get just a little bit better vision here. Egypt's always a really painful because of fractured. I need all of the maps. Oh my goodness. He's just gonna have land that goes forever, isn't he? I could probably get more maps through the war, though. I think we probably have enough vision that we're happy to fight Egypt. Happy enough, I guess. Just going after Egypt here. The big concern is that I don't have maps, but also I'm fighting the two Sicilies, which I guess I could call France in for eventually. I just need the diplomats, and then I should be fine. I guess he can't join the war. What do you do? Can't win them all. I feel like way more people joined the war that I didn't want. Like, why is Hungary in the war? If I was less lazy, I probably would set up the auto siege so that it particularly targeted Egypt. I really should have refill garrison on everywhere. I think I forgot to do that. Yeah, we could just turn that on or make sure it's on. But I guess we're just going to siege race. I kind of didn't expect to fight so many people here, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is. I swear the coalition didn't say that I was fighting all these people. But now I'm just fighting all these people, right? I guess I could recruit guys in Europe a little bit. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Just a little bit of defense. Jeez, I pay a lot for forts because I haven't been deleting forts. Future me has more money. In real life, too. Let's see if I can get more maps here. That's just weird. They have a weird color over here, okay? I'm like, that is... I thought that was, like, bad terrain or something like that. I think it's just their color. I feel bad for them now. That was kind of rude. Yeah, what do you do? I'm getting sieged out at a lot of different places, though, for sure. I wish France would help, but he's not cool. Also, probably, at some point, my guys need to replenish. Some of them, at least, are taking quite a lot of losses. Guess I gotta raise my levies to flex, right? Let them know that I have levies. Military balance. I have so much more to siege down here. I like need to get people interested in it. I don't know. Like, these guys up here just kind of are like, yeah, we're done. I need them to go down and siege that. I'm like, these 36k are not going to survive that many forts. There's no way. Yeah, these are all like 1,000 forts too, or a lot of them. I'm like, yeah, these guys aren't going to make it. They need help. These guys could probably help. You know what, though? Maybe I can just sneak this food access here, actually. I think I might be able to do that. Just sneak the food access, and then I can replenish. I think you can't replenish during the winter, though. But maybe I could do the same thing over here and actually just, like, get some guys replenished. Because, you know, Egypt has 92 forts. Funny when I say 92 forts, that's probably actually, they have more than that. My exaggerations aren't good enough for the amount of forts that they actually have. I guess I got off my game. I'm trying to pick some ridiculous number, but it's just not enough. Yeah, these guys are replenished. I love that you can replenish like that. It's so silly. How did I get 52,000 people to replenish here? There's not even that many people that live there. I mean, maybe sorcery is a thing. I think I need something else down here. I can't assault all these forts. I don't even really want the land down here, but I'll get too fractured and I won't have a choice. That's the thing. Violent sovereignty is ridiculously strong. I think the hegemony stuff should be like the last age, though, to be honest. Or maybe the age of absolutism would be acceptable, but I'm like, I think you get it way too soon. Yeah, I think the stack cannot make it all the way. No. Somebody else has to carry the torch. What do you do? Maybe I could get my guys back here, actually. I'm like, can I just like walk to this place and get my guys back? Probably, right? Which is the most ridiculous thing. How many people even live there? Okay, that'll work. Like, I sleep on that mechanic a lot, or forget about it, or whatever. Make sure I don't get any rebels. I think once we get better control, we won't have to worry about rebels. And that's why forming Rome makes a lot of sense. I think winding down this war, we just need a few more forts. I'm hoping this is like the last of the forts, winding it down here. It's gonna take a minute to click all these freaking locations. The good old two fractured curse. They demand full annexation or nothing. Respect. That's not bad for Parliament CB. Sure. My game was stroking for a minute there when I tried to make that peace deal. So surprisingly, annexing Egypt didn't cause a big coalition or anything like that. Like I thought Europe would care. They can't be bothered. It's a lot of work to care, and you know I get that. So I could just like take out the Ottomans next. So yeah, we did add 31 million people to the fold, so to speak, in that war. You get to the point though where it's like integration is just not happening. You know, you'll never integrate your nation, and that's just what it is. Can't win them all. But I don't have a truce with the Ottomans, so I could go to that war. Could co-belligerate Iranians as well. That works for me. I need more money. Always, right? Always need more money. So this war against the Ottomans and the Iranians shouldn't be too bad. Just looking to form Rome. It's all part of the process. And I think connecting my land is kind of nice, I guess. It's not that big of a deal to do this, but I wouldn't mind connecting my land. Like sometimes the automation just like doesn't want to do it. You know, they're like, we're not going to work. It's a lot of work and we don't want to do it. I wonder at this point it's just worth it to give up on trying to integrate and just harsh treat rebels, right? Like, I don't know that I ever integrate all the land. Maybe I shouldn't even try. I am also running out of men, and some guys got bad luck. They hit like a lot of 1,000 forts, you know? You hate to see it. I think I co-belligerated, yeah. Did I not? I swear I co-belligerated this guy. Did I not? I'm like, what do you mean? I almost know I clicked that button, Paradox. I know you're lying to me right now. I can't believe Paradox would lie to me like this. Some dangerous terrain to fight in battles over here, though. Definitely could use more manpower buildings here. I'm running out. Let's drop some money into that. So what should I research before the end, you know? What have I missed out on? Alleviate concerns. Such a meme. Like, oh, it's the age of absolutism. I don't know, man. I guess diplomatization. I don't know why I even want that. I don't even have subjects. I need more artists. That's what it is. Pacify population. But I still think that I co-belligerated Zab and I want a refund. I think I've been cheated. Like, I know I co-belligerated them. Gabe is freaking lying to me. I want to say just Retinids, I just need a few more salts. Let's just grab the Retinids land here. The Ottomans have my greatest weakness, and it's land that I probably can't get to. I don't feel like my troops are putting in the work. Focus siege. Get in there. The game's pretending like it didn't co-belligerate here, so I guess I just can't take all their land, which I'm sad about. If I try to co-belligerate Morocco here, it makes them the war leader. And if I tried to take land from Morocco, they're not considered a belligerent. They're not even the war leader. So like, what's going on, Paradox? What are we talking about? I don't get that. I'm like, what do you mean? I guess they technically never claimed co-belligerate works, to be fair. I wonder if I can cross the water for free. That's really the question. You know, they got like really giga forts over here. I'm out of manpower right now too. It's not ideal, but we'll get more. I guess I am, you know, doing too many assaults. My manpower should be able to recover in a minute. That's why I need to get stronger and have more control. So it's, you know, always be capped on manpower. But it appears I can't really cross the water. Can I like trick them? Yeah. How do I get over here? It's got to be a way, right? How do you cross the water without having boats? This is always the question. I have a plan. We go home. We delete the troops. And we get manpower back so that we can recruit troops over here. I know, 100 IQ. They've got a lot of big forts, so it's kind of a struggle for Tunis at least. Although I guess I don't have too many forts. But after this war, I need a little bit of time to like recuperate manpower, I'm seeing. Wait, I gotta cross the water, but how did I even get across the water? That's the real question. I guess I could just send the Assault and Hope. I'm just like, how did they make it across the water? I was gonna have to recruit troops over here, but I guess not. They just let me through. Recruit guys over here for nothing. The Ottomans are a strange nation because you assault a few forts and it like cripples their war enthusiasm to max, and then you can just get whatever you want. It's kind of odd. I've seen it before though in my other World Conquest. But I'm almost home. It's been years, you know. I left Europe and now we're gonna return with 0 manpower too, you know. That's the sad part. There is some stuff like Ottomans have forts that I can't get to though, which could be kind of annoying. I'm wondering if I can just like take a few forts without sieging them. Probably not. Like I've tried to take this 18 war score for 1 fort over there. If I have enough extra war score, maybe. Like how half the country is less expensive than that one place with a fort. Like literally 14 war score for that, but 18 for this. Don't have the fort occupied. I wonder if you can form Rome without going to England. That'd be nice. I don't want to go to England because that requires boats, and you know how I feel about boats. Trying to get through a few more sieges, but I'm like fully tapped on manpower. I'm gonna have to let my manpower recover a bit after this. Should be fine. Gives us some time to prepare for the last siege, and then I should be happy with that peace deal. Name placement's a little cursed now, but what what do you do? Yeah, manpower though is gonna need to recover, so that's just gonna take some time. Although I did kick off this war over here, and I'm like, I have to like commit more to that. Bring some guys over there. I wonder if anyone's mad about the whole Ottomans thing. Not really. You think at some point they would start to care in Europe, but they just don't yet. They're just like, not my lane, not my problem for you League enjoyers out there. But I don't even know I made the war goal, which is a common experience for me. More common than you would think. Where I was like, I have no idea what the war goal is. Surely it's somewhere over here. If you guys are curious about a population graph of like the recent years, you can see just like the climb in the last little bit of years is pretty nuts. I mean, I have the war goal. I could probably just like, get out of here eventually here. But I'm kind of like greedy at the same time, which is, an unfortunate trait, the character trait. I'm like, I think I could just annex Tunis and make it work. Like, it's not too far to go. The problem is they have like all 1,000 forts or like level 4 forts. So it's like really costly. As many people as these guys can siege, I'll probably end the war at that point. I could probably just disband some guys over here and recover the manpower so that I will just replenish over here. That seems probably reasonable. That way I could agree a little harder. Same with these guys. I could just disband. This is a war goal. I got to get that back at the very least. So I'd rather not have to fight Tunis again. Would be preferred. So if I can like make it work, then that'd be great. But I also need to like prepare for the next siege. My nation needs to recover a little bit. But I think Tunis is probably ready to go home. Parliament CB is just too strong. Can we mess with Morocco? No, there's no reason for me to mess with Morocco. Oh, Tunis owns this. That's annoying. That's so many forts. I won't be able to take that. We'll have to just build boats someday, right? Which I probably will never do, if I'm being honest. But maybe that's the challenge of the run. Can I form Rome without building boats? Anyways, let's grab that. And then we can let our nation kind of like recover a little bit. We're almost back to our homeland. Just one nation in the way. But yeah, my vampire needs a bit to recover. But I recover like 10k a month, which is a lot, but also it's not a lot in terms of what we want. Our manpower is actually bounced back really, really fast. We still have a handful of wars to go for forming Rome if we want to do that. I'm not like committed to that. I just like thought, okay, Rome's a decent formable. But I'm still looking at the 60 groups of rebels. Yeah, they're kind of mad. What can I do about that though? Just keep doing the rebel crackdown. Bro, what does this reduce taxes? Did I like misclick something? What is this? What? They have 10% max tax. No wonder I'm freaking dying out here. What is this cursed thing? What did I click for negative 10 taxes? Jeez. That's just a number. Also, my legitimacy not being maxed is really painful. I just went into 63,000 debt. Oh, I'm paying for stability though. Paying for stability is ridiculously expensive. If I want to use imperialism, I need to ditch the HRE because I can't upgrade my government rank, which is part of the strategy we've used in campaign. But I think at the Age of Revolutions, if you want imperialism, you're going to have to finally upgrade your government rank. No longer can we be the county of Delhi. And I did want to try to fix my stability, so I'm having to struggle in some sort of way. But tax season's here. I need to get a claim, I think, on Hungary. I'd like more troops, though, really. I feel like I'm a little late. I have so much manpower, but I just don't have the money to field an army right now. I feel like I should get out of debt first. I really should have changed my government type, but it costs 50 legitimacy, so I just haven't wanted to do that. And maybe I just won't do that the entire game, but there is better parliaments. If I built a bunch more guys, I'd feel a little bit more confident. Especially going to the next phase of the game, I guess you could call it. I need to sort out that. But I'm finally returning home from India. Of course, we started as Austria, and we're making our way back to Austria. I'm going to have to do this war to get access to imperialism, so let's just do that. But yeah, I think it's just a lazy way of fighting again. Select all, focus siege. We'll see if I have to actually micro it myself. I doubt it. But holy, I lose money. Cost of court, yeah, if ever my legitimacy goes down, it's like a crisis. Costs me so much money. I did want to stay with the HRE, but then I realized you can't be a kingdom. I had a save. There's like a branch of the save where I made the HRE Lutheran and then became the emperor, but I couldn't upgrade to kingdom, so I don't know. Like I couldn't figure it out. Or maybe the game doesn't let you. Whatever the case may be. Didn't work out for me. But yeah, the gameplay loop is definitely kind of dull in these parts of the game. Like it's just like assault forts. But that'll improve. I think there's an issue with assaulting, but it's also necessary right now. Like, if you couldn't assault, then it's unplayable, but you really shouldn't be able to just assault every fort and have infantry only as your main army comp. But, it's kind of one of those. You got to fix the underlying problem before you fix the assault problem. I believe I can make the peace deal for leaving the HRE here, though. I feel like I should be able to. What's going on here? This whole war is about that. But I don't see it. I don't see an option to leave the HRE, but I need to leave the HRE. Am I missing something? I'm wondering if since my capital is not in Europe, if they're not able to give me the proper rate, like if it's glitched, kind of. That could be the case. So I'm pretty sure you can leave the HRE secondary piece, but I'll probably try moving my capital at some point. It really sucks to have to move my capital and then brick all my buildings and then have to move it back. It's like probably going to be an insane amount of money too, which is unfortunate. Seems like in the more recent patches, you'll see a lot more high-level forts as well. I do have this HRE problem I need to solve at some point. The amount of levies AI still uses in the late game is crazy. I don't know if they're gonna force me to move my capital. Like that's rough out there. I'll have to turn off my money for sure, but like I don't know. That's like the game's kind of trolling me right now. That it won't let me leave the HRE. I don't know what to do about it. Got 1 year until the revolutions, or the age of revolutions, I should say. Let's see if that lets me leave the HRE now. No, I'm not seeing that. I don't know. This is weird. Like, where is this peace treaty? I need this peace treaty. I theoretically could add my capital to the HRE. Maybe. I mean, not easily. Actually, I don't know how I could do that. If there is a connection, the problem is the way this war is I'm like wondering if that's the issue, because it would cost me like so much money to try to move my capital back and forth, and I really don't want to do that. But I theoretically could add my capital to the HRE. I just need to figure out how to connect over here. It's unfortunate because I'd have to fight the Emperor again to be free. Like it's either the capital issue or something to do with like separate peace. Maybe you can't separate peace and leave the HRE. I don't really think that's the case, but something's going on and they won't let me do what I want to do. But I guess I raise levies for military balance. Because I'm thinking I just have to end this war and then do another war to leave the HRE. Because my guess is that my capital has to be there, and that's I think moving my capital at this point is insane. And I don't want to pay the 40 stab for it. So it's like I kind of just have to. I mean, I think I just have to connect my capital to the HRE at this point to leave. I should have just left the HRE long ago. I didn't think of this being an issue. To be fair, I didn't know that imperialism required you to be a kingdom or an empire. So the more you know. But yeah, I think I have a lot of forts to go, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Get it? I feel like they should add a way for the HRE to get kingdom status a little easier. I feel like my performance has really quite struggling a bit here. Because I am right here, I can just go home at any point and replenish my manpower pretty easily. But just like trying to get through this war. This war kind of feels like a waste. But hey, finally the Age of Revolutions. I think it's... I don't actually remember which one gives you the warscore cost. Click Diplo. Let me just double check. That's correct. Yeah, I think it's Diplo that gives you... To make sure... I know Diplo gives you 5%, but I want to make sure nothing else gives some. Okay, so Diplo focus. Yeah, we get 10 warscore cost just for existing. Also, I guess Bohemia is the Emperor now anyways. Could probably end the war soon. I just need to jet like 1 or 2 more ports. Okay, I can start white peace people. Maybe that'll be... that'll probably make things a lot easier. I guess I can continue this war if people are willing to leave. Probably need to spend, another many years assaulting. I definitely missed some forts, but I'm wondering if I can just sneak the rest. Looks reasonable to me. Just gonna take some land from Hungary, and then I can connect my nation, which is kind of cool. Imperial Conquest. And I think that I'm hoping I can actually leave the HRE if I connect my capital, which is really annoying. But I don't think it's gonna let me leave the HRE unless I do that. The war is a lot harder than I anticipated, though. I'm in some rebellion. Is it my rebellion? I don't even know anymore. Like, what is this? Secessionist? Bro, are you kidding me? I hate that mechanic. You decided that you're supporting our independence? I don't think that's how that works. This is going to be pain, kind of. Like, I have to connect, I think, my capital to the HRE to leave the HRE. Otherwise, I think I can't leave the HRE. And because I can't leave the HRE, I can't be a kingdom, and then I can't use imperialism. So it's like I have to add my locations all the way to India. Not all of them, at least, but just like a path. So I think otherwise, it won't let me leave the HRE. The HRE was half-assed, let's be honest. Like, the fact that you can move your capital out of the HRE shouldn't even be a thing. And the fact that you can add every bit of land in the entire world to the HRE also shouldn't be a thing. And the fact that I could go on for a while, but I'll stop there. Really hope I can cross the water here with the HRE. Yeah, okay, I can. I'm just like snaking to my capital because otherwise I can't leave the HRE. And it's kind of painful. All right, I made it to Delhi. Delhi is now in the HRE. And that means that I should be able to leave the HRE. That's the whole point. There's no point in trying to integrate at this point. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, I need to leave the HRE to use imperialism. That's definitely a thing. But now my capital's in the HRE, I think that it's possible, at least. So yeah, I just need to go to war. I really have to fight France and Bohemia at the same time. I don't really want to do that. I could probably get a rebellion and then call in France to the rebellion or something like that. But I think he's guaranteeing me, right? Something like that. Plus 619 for added land to the HRE. That's like on an unavoidable 20 stab hit, isn't it? Well, maybe I can make him the secondary target then. Cost of court is so much money. Outrageous. Do you think Bohemia would let me be a kingdom? I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Maybe you can. I don't know. Like, you can't do this unless you, like, are cool, right? Yeah, that sucks. Like, I just want to be a kingdom and they won't let me, so I'm trying to leave the HRE, but then It's just like this whole cycle of pain because I'm going to have to lose 20 stability because I added so much land to the HRE that he's going to like me so much. Well, I got Parliament up. I need money. But I also need to get a claim on Bohemia, I guess. I guess I have a guarantee, though. So maybe I could use that to my benefit, like, you know, intentionally let some rebels fire or something like that. Or I could just fight France and Bohemia at the same time. I just feel like that would be a little bit more annoying. But I probably could just let some rebels. He's guaranteeing me, though. So I'm like, maybe that's okay. Because if I can call him into some rebellion that I don't care about, then that would be reasonable. So I have to be a kingdom or an empire here, so I got to figure it out. I don't know what to do about this rebellion that I don't care about. What do they want? They just want independence? I didn't agree to this rebellion. Didn't sign the paperwork. Nothing. We cannot negotiate a separate peace. What? No. They can't do this to me. Let me help you negotiate peace, my friend. Let me help you with this. All right, we're back. We're not back. Can I get back to my country, please? How do I get back to my country? I'll never beat the cheating allegations. It's over. Okay, I'm going to change this law here because it gives separatism. Leviathan. There might be other law changes I would want, but I don't know. There's too many freaking laws at this point, man. There's so many. Anyways, if I can get some money, I could build some more troops, which would be handy, but I guess I got to get out of the HRE. And so I probably have to take a stab hit, which is just unfortunate. But I'm thinking if I wait for a rebellion to trigger, then France is guaranteeing me, so I could at least not have to fight France, which I feel like is a little bit better. Tax season's such a nice time of year, isn't it? Like, I got 60,000 ducats now. Build some troops. I get this curse event that starts a civil war. This is just a thing if you're Delhi. You get these random civil wars, or you lose 12 stability. But these civil wars are like relatively painless, but only relatively. But you know what? That actually works as a replacement for me waiting for this other thing, because I really didn't want to fight Georgian patriots anyways. Yeah, so if I call France into this civil war in India that he's certainly going to help with. But now I need like some troops down here too, probably, to deal with that civil war. Oh wait, I can't declare war during civil war, can I? Or no, maybe you can. I think you just can't declare war if a civil war is close, is what it was. So yeah, let's just declare war. 17 staff hit is really bad, though. I'm only going to cry for a couple hours, though. Focus siege. Get them, boys. But really, I just want to leave the HRE so I can actually get imperialism. That's probably the main objective here in this war. Yes, there it is. Leave the HRE. That's the goal. I got to get out of here. You know the best part of Bohemia? He doesn't know how to upgrade forts. I don't know what determines if the AI will upgrade their forts or not, to be honest. Like, sometimes they will. Sometimes they just, like, they're too busy or something. They can't be bothered. I feel like Bohemia is always, like, a pushover at the end of the game. The Age of Revolutions is, I don't know a good word for it. Really cool. That's not the word, but you kind of want to be at war forever, or you get the revolution at some point. And so sometimes, like, wars, like rebellions can be actually actively helpful for you. A lot of the times, it's kind of good to always have like a war to go to. You never want to be at peace, but that's only after you get the Enlightenment. Maybe it's not the Enlightenment, but it's one of the institutions. I think it's the Enlightenment. So I guess if you never got the Enlightenment, I guess you wouldn't have to worry about it either. But I just remember you want to be at war. Like, if you have the Enlightenment, you got to be at war like 24/7. I'm kind of losing some battles. They're death stacking a bit, but like, whatever. I'm just going for the sieges. They can win a few battles if it makes them feel better. This campaign is the official, like, largest I've been with the worst economy. France made it. I can't believe it. He went to India. What a giga chad. I'll make his death quick for that, you know, to thank him. I can't believe that. This man went to freaking India. I was so close to getting the war goal, but I failed. It's just a Parliament CB, though. Well, you know, that's mainly what I've been using to conquer anyways, so that's why I want imperialism. And then my build's complete. I'll probably have to get the levies out when we want to end the war for military balance. It's kind of sad that I still have to do that, but, you know, it's a hard time. I think I just need to grab some access here. Some food access, so I can recruit my troops. Oh no, my civil war's over. France can't join the war now, can he? They wouldn't do that to me, would they? Surely not. Surely not. I would just be a little sad, but I mean, I guess it's fine if it happens. But you can't replenish troops in the winter. Like, what did Paradox think that troops just don't get replenished in the winter? Ever? What the hell, Paradox? I don't think that's historically accurate. Oh yeah, France is in the war now. Surprise. Maybe I can just piece them out. What if I give you some sound toll exceptions? I almost don't want to do this because it's too long of a truce, but whatever. Good old sound tolls, you know? They're totally going to take that away, right? Like in the next patch or something. The sound toll cheese. I remember what's funny about that is that I remember Zlevik posting about that like months before release in the early access Discord. Like that, like the sound tolls cheese. Apparently they didn't really care though. Or they, you know, they got more important things. Not that they don't care. I like how you can still purchase military access for 400 ducats in the late game. Like, why is it not more? Just offer sound tolls. Could do it. Could do it. This is so cheese, though. But I'm like, you know, sure. I'm almost guaranteed that will be gone in 1.1. I would be shocked if that is still here in 1.1. I think the World Conquest might be a lot easier now than when I did it, just for the sake that everything's like unified. We'll annex Bohemia and also leave the HRE. That's fine. That just means we can upgrade our government rating so we can actually get imperialism. I've never gone from county to empire in one day, so just skip the other ones. Sure. But the whole point of me doing that is so I could use imperialism. Although imperialism's kind of troll for, reasons that you guys probably know about. I mean, extra cabinet seat to harsh treat another rebellion, It's pretty huge. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing with the rebel crackdown. It's not the way, but I'm going to do it, but you shouldn't. If I was less lazy, I would definitely delete some forts to help with the money, but the issue is I'm not less lazy. So let's go ahead, imperialism. Just kidding, I don't have a diplomat. No, it's levies, okay. Sure. But yeah, we're just going to focus siege, spam assault, starting things off with, a nice amount of assaults. If there was an auto assault, man, that would be sweet. If you're ever looking at World Conquest, this is what you're doing. Assault, 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 assault on a loop. I'm not sure why, but France seems to have the most amount of non-upgraded forts of any of the great powers. I wonder why that is. It can't be like an economy thing there, right? Like it just seems like for whatever reason, France is a giga pushover at the end of the campaign. He just like has no upgraded forts, but it is nice for annexing them. But it's like way cheaper to siege France than it was like Hungary or something, for example. Like I wish there was a cabinet action that or a way that it would just like cycle the highest revolter. Because you can really, if you micro it, you can keep the revolter, you can stop rebels for a long time. If you keep cycling the highest, like upset revolter, I guess you could say. Let's end this war. We can take what we can take here. A little bit of money. Not bad, not bad. And we even got a foothold in England, I guess. Although I have to get boats probably to England, and that's tough. You know how it is. This video is getting way too long, and I'm actually just going to wrap it up. But I decided the video is already just way too long. But I want to discuss a few things, hindsight things more or less. Originally, this wasn't designed to be a World Conquest. It was just a war score stacking run. But it just looks so strong for World Conquest with how much land we were able to take in the last little bit of years. Hindsight definitely says maybe don't form Delhi, or if you do form Delhi, swapping Sunni first before you take the land would be a huge improvement. And overall, I think you could just play this run a lot better. Again, this is a learning experience for me. But if I took that knowledge and moved it into a new run, I'm sure it could be a lot more efficient with all this type of stuff. I do think forming Rome and getting that max proximity impact would be pretty huge as well. Or alternatively, you could look at claiming the Mandate of Heaven for that proximity cost there. Hopefully this sparked some ideas for you World Conquest enjoyers out there. And do let me know if you guys like the longer form content. But as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.